jumped all the gear on the ground. He looks quite sprightly too, doesn't he? So I think he's the last of the Goodwin boys anyway, and he's probably all of around about 6 years of age.
And terrific there, just to see Mick Hegarty run up past him and Scott Clark, two of the more experienced players on the Wayback side, and just give the little fella a bit of a pat on the head and ruffle up the hair a little bit. And he looks as proud as punch to be running out there with the Waybacks grand final side today.
They'll take it up to him. I guess at half time we'd like to see him in touch, and it's a grand final. It can happen to play the percentages, and let's hope for a really good game.
Absolutely. I was chatting to Mick Hegarty as he arrived at the ground today, and he said basically, well, look, we're there. We've given ourselves a 50% chance of winning the game. So they're switched on. They're focused. They're quite happy with their training. Obviously, they would have loved to have had Mark West in the side, but he certainly will not be taking any part in the game. And of course, Glenn Pink, who got the injury last week, won't be in, but I understand wouldn't have been available anyway.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, Glenn Pink, he just played that. He only played the one game, which he's not going to be there, so we just got to discount him altogether. The Wayback side, of course, they just scraped into the 4 in the end. It was just Mallee Park beating South in the last game of the round that kept him in the 4, and they've come from 4th place to play up in the grand final. And they've done it well. They had a tough game last week, and of course it's not going to help them. But, we believe the training was very good on Thursday night, and they're going in against the sides that haven't been beaten. Of course, that's the pressure's on Mallee Park, isn't it?
Absolutely. Just see Matthew Spencer at the back of the
radio Wayback players as well.
Actually, I've got to say g'day to Richard and Georgina, who are over here visiting me from Victoria. They said I had to say hello to them, and to my wife Cheryl, who's listening as well. So there you go. I've got my Cheerios.
You say hello to my wife?
Yeah, you say hello to your wife.
My wife and daughters are, I don't know whether they're listening to this.
Yeah, that's right.
We're in for a great game, Tony.
All right. There's the siren all set to get underway in the 1994 Port Lincoln Football League Grand Final. The bounce. Bit of a skew whip one. Spencer flies high. Ball hits the ground level. Running hard at it is Lincoln Dudley. Can he get it away? He's struggling a bit in there. Coulthard it might have been. No, it was Kim Wills gets a quick little kick forward. They race it towards the goal line. Don't tell me that's the first one into the breeze. No, just missing to the right. And Smith kicks the first score of the 1994 Grand Final of behind to take Mallee Park into the breeze onto one behind. And Waybacks yet to score, and Waybacks kicking with, judging on the earlier games, at least a 4-goal win.
I would say exactly right.
Here's the kick in, favouring the outer side. Be looking for Spencer. He's third in line, but uses the body brilliantly and takes the mark. It's well held up there by... It was Wills again. There's the kick out wide, and taking that mark out there as the Waybacks player. Goes up towards half forward, looking for McAvoy. The ball had too much carry, though, and Jonathan Warrior takes the mark, dropping back. Warrior onto the right, booty towards the centre of the ground. Players set themselves. No one can take the mark. It's a loose ball in the centre. Spencer applies the tackle a little bit. I thought he maybe got in his opponent's back, but he's... The umpire is ruling that his opponent dropped the ball first. There's the kick from Spencer up towards the forward zone. Clark on the lead's taken a great mark. And collected Hutchinson on the way through as well. Didn't seem to bother either of them terribly much.
No. Obviously they've changed. Clark played in the back lines last week against Mobile Range, but they shifted him up forward to give that height advantage there. He's lining up now from about 45 yards out. Very important kick for Waybacks. Lining up now, comes in. No, it doesn't look through. Yes, yes it is. Straight through the high wall. A good start for Waybacks. They needed that one. That's the first goal of this game to stop Parker's Waybacks. And they lead 1 goal, 6 points to Mallee Park, 1 point.
And terrific lead too from Clark. He was really committed attacking the football there. And Byron Burgoyne will have to be right on his mettle to take care of Scott Clark. Of course, he kicked 7 goals in the reserves final a couple of weeks ago, and was apparently in scintillating form, or so he told me.
Umpire was a fluid, then bounces the ball now. The ruckman Spencer goes up. Waybacks player kicks the ball out, comes out now to Mundy. Mundy has run out, runs through centre half forward, looking up forward, and John Cock takes a good mark. That lovely little kick there to John Cock, he's taken the mark about 30 yards out, directly in front. The umpire putting him on his angle now, blows time on, and John Cock settling down now, having a good look at the goals. Very important kick. He's asking the umpire where the mark is. He's taking all the time in the world. Nobody from Mallee Park really in the square there if the ball falls short. Lining up now, comes in. Has a look. There's the kick on the way. Looks pretty good off the boot. Yes, and that looks pretty good to me. Yes, it's a goal. It's a very handy goal to Mallee Park into the breeze from Trevor Johncock. moved the ball very well through the centre. Mundy brought the ball out, a couple of bounces. Nice little chip pass to John Coffey, made no mistake.
Yeah, and they certainly need to get at least 1 or 2 goals into the breeze. And as you can probably tell with that microphone, the breeze is very, very loud. As I get Ian to wrap us up a little bit more in the commentary position here. Sorry, Beebs. I'll get in there. There's the bounce. Favours Wills on this occasion. He actually ends up picking it up. Gets a little handball out wide. It's slapped forward, but pinching it now is Chris Cash. Cash goes up towards half forward. A handball coming out again, this time to Richardson. Richardson a high kick up towards half forward. McAvoy behind. Ball comes to the front of the pack and Mallee Park will get out of trouble. The kick coming out here in the direction of Lincoln Dudley, and this guy is a class act. Takes the mark. Right in front of the broadcast position. There's his kick, looking for John Cock. The long arms go up. Thought he should have been paid the mark there. But none for, yes, he has been paid the mark.
Free kick.
Free kick. Thanks, Ian.
Holding on.
He's doing a fantastic job here. He's pulling the commentary box to pieces. Got everything under control. There's the kick up to the forward line. Michael Burgoyne was his intended target, but unsuccessful. And out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Forward pocket now, forward pocket of Mallee Park. Umpire throws the ball in. John Cock can contest the ruck with Spencer. Spencer works his way in front. John Cock reads it better. Comes out the Wayback player. Onto the boot quickly. Comes out here towards Mallee Park. Cash knocking the ball forward. John Cock goes through strongly. Takes the ball. Knocked out of play by Richardson. That'll be a throw in on centre wing. On the just over to the Mallee Park side. Nobody there. The umpire throws the ball in. Spencer runs a long way to take the ball. Hits it one hand. Well, does it well. Oh, he's taken far too long to get rid of the ball there. Very indecisive, and Wills, I think, again, is it? Yes, he's playing with the amount of touches already, Wills. Gets the ball on his boot, looking for Roger Johncock. McAvoy in front, knocks the ball to the ground. Hegarty racing after the ball, so Johncock tries to get through. McAvoy is there, and McAvoy gets a push in the back and takes the free kick. He's looking now out to centre wing, runs onto his left foot, looks long. And Dore over the top head, and Jonathan Warrior, that skillful footballer, takes an easy mark. Looks in the middle, gets onto the left foot. Simon right there. Gets it up, comes down to John Cock again. On to Bilney. Bilney looking out there for Mundy. Mundy can't pick it up, tapping the ball around. Finally picks it up, runs around the play, gets a handle out to John Cock. He's tackled, drops the ball. Wright goes in, he drops the ball. Umpire calls play out, comes out to Wills again, takes the ball, looks on the low one. But Hopkins in front of Jackamara takes a good mark. Looking now, plays on, goes out to the far side, looking for and finding Hewitson. Hewitson takes the mark. Looking into the middle now, and looking for their Paul Goodwin. He drops the mark, gets up, gets a good handball out to Wright. Wright has to look down, plays short, and looks for Dore. Dore takes the mark in his chest, turns around quickly, gets the ball up in the centre half forward area. Tony Swan there takes, but Roger Johncock takes an easy mark. Clever footballer, comes out to the centre wing here, looking for, this looks Cash and Bobby Shane Dudley. Ball bounces to Lincoln Dudley beautifully, takes the ball, one grab, runs around, has it, handballs now to Miller. Miller looks into the middle, umpire calls play on. Couthard takes it, but the umpire's called play on. Hegarty tackles him, on to Roger Johncock, gets the ball, Bilney goes without it, taps the ball around. And Hewitson takes the ball out towards Simon Wright. Simon Wright uses his pace and was tripped, says the umpire. Plays on, he's too slow again. Gets tackled again, and the umpire calls him holding the ball. Inexperienced there by the young lad. Bilney takes the handball onto Roger Johncock. Roger looks out wide now. He's tackled hard by Hewitson. Ball short. Porter takes the ball, runs on, gets rid of the ball. Looking at centre half forward. Scott Clark up again. Spoil well. McAvoy, Adam tight. Takes the ball. Kicks over the head into the forward line. Two players there. Willis and the other one for Mallee Park was Leonard Wells, and the ball rushed through Porter behind.
And Leonard Wells may well do the kicking in duties, or is he going to give it back? He is to Byron Burgoyne. 1-1-7 apiece in the 1994 Port Lincoln Grand Final on the Woolworths scoreboard. Can't decide what to do with it, Byron Burgoyne. I think he's going to come broadcast side. He is. He's looking for Jonathan Warrior. Sets himself. McAvoy the spoil over the back. Swanner tries the handball, but it's pinched. A kick now up towards Bobby Shane Dudley. Does well. Classy stuff. Gets the handball inboard to Warrior again, and he's off, decides to take a bounce. And this guy is class. There's the kick to the lead of Jackamara in the pocket. The bounce is cruel. Which way will it go? It goes back again to Jackamara, and he's trying to get around onto the right boot. He decides to take a bounce. He's He's gone further than I go on my holidays. Kicks it inboard. He was looking in there for Mundy. He couldn't take the mark. Kicked off the ground. Here's a go for, was it Hutchison up there? No, it wasn't. It clean bowls one or two players. Comes to Goodwin. Goodwin now off to Spencer. Spencer, a little chip kick out to the outer side to Rob Richardson. Richardson up towards half forward. He was looking for McAvoy, but dropping back to take the mark is that John Hutchison out there? It is.
Good mark. Good strong mark.
Hutchison, off he goes, takes a bounce. It's true centre half back position. Inboard with this guy has got forever, Jonathan Warrior. Oh, just takes the slap across the face. Does Lincoln Dudley? Didn't care, just kept going. He's going to make him come back, which
silly decision.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have just let paid the advantage there. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The free kick was there. Lincoln Dudley didn't mind though.
Wasn't much in it. I think he just put the hand up. He knew there wasn't a lot in it.
He just didn't care. He just took the slap across the chops and kept running.
Dawes got to tighten up on Jonathan. Dawes got to tighten up with Jonathan Warrior coming out of that area. And as I see now, the runner's out to him. So he's got to do a lot more work there because Jonathan Warrior will run off him all day.
Well, Lincoln Dudley, he says, now can I have a kick up? And he plays on anyway, which is sort of pretty much what we expected. Here's the kick out wide now. Great use of the body and a terrific mark taken by Betts. Betts gives it on quickly now to Burgoyne. This is Michael Burgoyne. The kick up forward, looking for his teammate up there. In was that Bobby Shane Dudley?
That was Trevor Johncock.
Trevor Johncock it was. And they forced it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. At 45 metres around from the Mallee Park goal, kicking into a 4-goal breeze. Waybacks have not done enough with this win so far. There's the bounce, won by Spencer, down to Hegarty. Hegarty, lovely little handball out, gets Porter. Porter goes on with it again. Trying to blind turn out of trouble there was Andrew Goodwin. Little chip kick coming up, looking for Hewitson. He drops it, picks it up on the second occasion. Kick towards the boundary line, that's what he'll find. Out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Okay, in Waybacks attacking half forward area now. As Tony said, kicking with a 4-goal breeze. The throw-in comes. Dawes going at it with Jonathan Warrior. Daw knocks it down to the front of the pack. But it's Coulthard gets the ball out. Lincoln Dudley gets the ball on to Jonathan Warrior again. One-handed, takes the ball. Is met with the body. Well done by Chris Cash. And the ball just stays in without going on the full. But it's out of bounds now. It's a throw-in. Umpire throws in. Daw taps it over the back. Goes to Miller. Miller gets onto the left foot. Kicks it looking for Eddie Betts. Goodwin contests well. Oh, nearly a good mark by Goodwin. The ball's on the ground. And that was a good contest there by those two players in Betts and Goodwin. Umpire calls for a bounce. Right in the centre of the ground. Bounces the ball. Ruckman go at it. No, it's a bad bounce. Favours Betts and Goodwin. Betts knocks it on towards Smith. Coulthard gets the ball out. Trevor Johncock drops the mark. McAvoy handball straight to Michael Burgoyne. Burgoyne slaps it out wide. Lincoln Dudley gets it on there to Kingsley Bilney. Kingsley Bilney is too slow. Gets the kick in the end. Waybacks come out. Hopkins takes the ball. Gets the handball onto Orchard. Orchard. Oh, kicks out here. There's only one place he went, and that was to about 5 Mallee Parks. Bobby Shane Dudley on the left foot. Looking out there wide. Spencer is going to knock the ball to Goodwin. Goodwin on the left foot. Handballs across to Simon Wright. Simon Wright got plenty of time. Looks for the short one. Over Dawes' head. Straight into Jonathan Warrior's hands again. He's a class player. Onto the left foot. Looking out there for Mundy. Mundy takes the mark. Looks over the top now for Coulthard, but plays on himself. Has a bounce. 2 bounces. Running into the centre of the ground. Short passes to Coulthard. Coulthard drops it. But well picked up there. Quick one, that decision. Oof. Very quick at holding the ball there on Darryl Dudley. Waybacks get it out now. Goodwin on his own. He's got meterage. Doesn't have a bounce. Should have on the left foot. Looks for and finds a beautiful pass to Scott Clark.
He's leading so well, isn't he?
Yes, he looks confident. He looks fit. That's been his problem. Hang on, there's a free kick here. No, umpire hasn't. I heard the whistle go, but he's called it back. And Scott Clark will kick from right on the 50-metre mark. The wind at his tail is a good long kick. Distance shouldn't be a problem with this breeze at his back. Kicks from 52. Not going to quite make the distance. And the ball's rushed through for a point.
Taking the score now on to Waybacks. 1-2-8, leading Mallee Park. 1-1-7 on the Woolworths. Yeah, I don't know.
A new branch.
Woolies scoreboard. Woolies, that's easier. Here's the kick in now. Taken quickly. Looking out there and finding Darren Miller. Done some nice work so far, Darren Miller. On half back. Not much movement for him around this centreline area, so he's forced to bomb it long into the breeze. There's the kick. Players set themselves, flying high from the back. Perhaps thought there should have been a mark paid. Handball comes out to Spencer. The chip kick looking for Clark. They're not reading this wind. They're kicking over their forwards' heads. Here's the handball inboard now. Looking for Matthew Dorr. Dorr, the little kick up forward over the pack, and it's been touched and through for another behind. And 139, 117 on the Woolies scoreboard. Waybacks lead it by 2 points. Kick in now favouring the outer side of player on his own. Out there, just trying to pick up who it is. Played on quickly, it was Wills. Wills out towards the centre wing position. Mundy gets a kind bounce. Chip kick over the top to Eddie Betts, and he can run. He's well run down, though, by Cash. The kick up towards half forward. McAvoy got a shove, I thought. Not picked up. Players dive on it. McAvoy comes out with it now. Feeds off the handball quickly. Oh, dropped what he should have taken, and this has let Mallee Park in. Handball off to Bilney. Bilney dodges around a couple. Feeds off another handball, and they should goal here. Snap on goal from Coulthard. Missing to the left and through for one behind.
Bad hands by Shane Porter there. Had the opportunity to run the ball out. Took his eyes off the ball and wasn't sure what player was coming at him. The sin you can't do when you take your eyes off the ball. Kick comes in now. Spencer underneath Ivan, a good mark. Is that Coulthard again, is it? No, I'm not sure who that is over there. Mallee Park player kicks it in. It was Coulthard. Wills again it was, sorry. Jackamara's had the ball spoiled away from him. Oh, there's a crunch there. This time it's Coulthard. He'll have a free kick now. And that Wills is getting plenty of touches out there.
Yeah, playing really well.
Coulthard now, 58. Looks for the short pass. Into the middle. And a good mark by Darryl Dudley. He's going to kick from 50 yards out into the breeze. I don't think he can score from there. He's waiting for the leads. Nothing forthcoming. So it looks like he's going to have to bang it in long and hard. No movement up at all forward. Dudley comes in now. Yes, he's gone the short one now. Oh, brilliantly done. Absolutely brilliant. Waited to the last minute. Michael Burgoyne, Juju just dropped into the slot. Thank you very much. Hits him on the chest. 20 yards out. Directly in front.
Poor defence though, wasn't it?
Oh, he just slipped at that last minute. Players thought he's not going to kick it to him, so they take their mind off the job. Michael Burgoyne, still not an easy kick into his breeze. Puts it way up in the air. Breeze brings it back beautifully. An excellent kick from Michael Burgoyne. And that takes Mallee Park to 2-2. Lead Waybacks 1-3 on the Woolies scoreboard.
As we go round the grounds.
Give me the AFL score.
Geelong 10-7. North Melbourne 5-13. Geelong kicks 7-4 to 4 points. Here we go. Thank you. There's the bounce. It's won by Spencer. Gets it out looking for Orchard. Picks up the loose ball now. Long bomb up forward. He'll be looking for the tall timber up there. It clears the pack. Willis, a kick out of mid-air is a beauty. I tell you what, the idea was superb. Execution wasn't too bad either, but it just wouldn't continue bouncing through the big ones. Out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. There's a high level of skill from Willis there to hack that ball out of mid-air. Here's the throw-in. Players fly high. Up there was Matthew Dorr. Couldn't get it away. Applies a good tackle, though. He's going in again. I reckon he got one a bit high. No free kick. Umpire's just letting this go on. It's very, very scrambly up in the forward pocket for Waybacks, and eventually he's picked out a trip. And taking it up there. Dorr again. Or is it Spencer? No, it is Dorr. Centering kick. Oh, dear. Two of them ran into one another. And Mallee Park can just take it out of defence and stream towards their attacking zone. And taking the mark in there is Anthony Smith. Smith goes on with it quickly, looking for Jack Amara. But he's let it go. Handball over the top. Here's a go now for Trevor Johncock. Johncock can't trap the football. And
McAvoy.
It was very well done by McAvoy. And Johncock helps him to his feet, appreciating that good bit of play. Mallee Park moved to 2-3-15. Waybacks are 1-3-9 on the Woolies scoreboard. There's the kick in. Bit of pushing and shoving in there. And as the AFL score's just been announced to the crowd here, they're pretty happy about it. And Spencer will take this free kick on half back. Can go inboard, dangerous, but it's come off and Cash takes the mark. Chris Cash, they should be bombing it long. They've got this breeze. There's the kick, but there's nobody home, and that looks to me like Leonard Wells dropping into the hole and taking the mark. It is indeed. Leonard Wells goes out wide. Mallee Parker getting enormous penetration with their kicks into this breeze. Wills is out there, so too Orchard. Now going into lend assistance is Spencer. No one can really pick it up, and it's forced out of bounds for another boundary throw-in.
Boundary throw-in right on centre wing in front of the Allen Business sign. No, sorry, the Aussie Aluminium sign there. The umpire throws the ball in. Spencer to go at it with Wills. Spencer takes the ball in his hands. Handball's a short one out. Mundy off the ground, does it well. Anthony Smith's going to be first of the ball. He soccers off the ground again. Over to Trevor Johncock. He dodges, weaves, gets a handball out. Oh, Porter should have taken the ball in his hands, but knocks it towards the boundary line. Mundy first to it. Oh, there was Betts going through strongly. Waybacks players and the ball's rushed out of bounds on the outer side of the ground again. But Waybacks certainly need to have got a fair bit to do with 20 minutes, nearly 20 minutes into the quarter now, and they trail by 6 points. The umpire throws the ball in now. Brooks looks like Johncock going with Spencer this time. Goodwin knocks it over the back to his brother. Mundy takes it in front of them both. Kicks looking over here. Oh yes.
Free kick, Mick Higgity.
Mick Higgity for holding on to Bobby. Bobby Shundally's holding on him. Looks out wide here now. The lead coming from Tony Swan. Swan in front. Johncock spoils. Oh, Adam McAvoy missed the what he should have taken. Hutchison takes him out of the play. Gets onto his right foot, kicks it long, looking for Bobby Shane Dudley, who takes the mark. Oh, he plays on. Well tackled by Hegarty. Hegarty knocks the ball out towards Waybacks. Bobby Shane recovers. This time doesn't handball till Johncock's in the right position. Roger Johncock handball to Lincoln Dudley and knocks it on. Hegarty stays down. Trevor Johncock pushes and shoves, gets the ball out. Mallee Park onto Lincoln Dudley, takes the ball and pops it through for an easy goal. Waybacks, too many mistakes there from the Wayback players. Their hands weren't sure enough, and Mallee Park just kept knocking the ball forward until they got a clear player, which was Lincoln Dudley, and he kicked an easy goal.
Yeah, but he's such a class player, isn't he? He did most of the hard work in those packs as well, and then he was there to receive at the end. I've got so much time for this guy. I just reckon he is an absolutely fantastic footballer, Lincoln Dudley. Every time I see him, he just impresses me, Ian.
Yeah, well, he knows exactly where to run, and he doesn't stop working for the whole time. And it's not just when the ball's in his area either. The umpire bounces the ball in the centre now. They go at it. Goodwin and Richardson onto Cash. Cash onto his left foot. A high kick into the forward line. Swan under it. Punches the ball down. McAvoy has a chance again. Gets the ball up to Orchard. Orchard looks back into the middle. Good kick in there. Hewitton takes a mark. Oh, he could have played on, but wasn't. Had the chance to play on. And he's umpire's giving him 50. I can't see what that was for.
Well, it was for the player not coming back on the mark, but he never actually marked the mark for the player, so it seemed pretty tough. And now there's a bit of a dust-up on in the forward pocket, and Hewittson's coming in from directly in front, and he didn't remark the angle.
Well, no, he put him straight in front, so that wasn't a problem.
Yeah, but he wasn't straight in front when he had the free kick, so he should have maintained his previous angle.
Yeah, no, when it's a 50-metre, they bring you straight round the front.
No, I think they only bring you straight in front if they bring you onto the goal line.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, that was a bit of a dust-up there between Clark and Byron Burgoyne while that was all going on. But anyway, Hewittson's put the goal through. A much-needed goal for Waybacks. They've got to bang on another couple of real quick ones and get the ball out of the centre here if they're going to have any chance of having a lead at half-time, I feel, at this stage.
3-3-21 plays 2-3-15 on the Woolies scoreboard.
Blewett comes in to bounce the ball now. Players, Spencer going at it with Wills. Bad bounce again. Goodwin knocks it down. Spencer takes it well. Onto his left foot. Floating kick. Swan from the... Oh, Orchard. Oh, he's dropped it. Had the ball in his hand. Would have been a great mark. Bad handball. Oh, Swan handballs to McAvoy. And he's put it through. That's exactly what Waybacks needed. They really needed that one badly now. That puts them back level on the Woolly scoreboard. 3-3 to 3-3. Waybacks, can they get another couple of quick ones, Tony, to be in front at quarter time?
Well, the thing you've got to ask yourself is, in the last 3 or 4 minutes, they've finally started getting the ball in the centre and kicking it long, and their forwards have been taking a position next to the backman instead of playing the front position, and that's where they've got to be when they're kicking with the breeze.
Yes, the ball's going to drop over the top a lot here.
Here's the bounce to restart proceedings. Oh, another shocker. And plucking it out of the air was that Chris Cash. His handball's blocked off. Comes back to Spencer. Spencer, well, that'll bring rain.
Farmers will be happy.
Yeah, should have done that last week when we were up bush. Quick handball comes out wide now, and the kick is favouring Bobby Shane Dudley there. He let it go for his teammates, slapped over the top, comes back to Bobby Shane Dudley. Clever tap over the top again, and they should go on with it again. Mallee Park looking good here through Coulthard on the boundary line. A snap on goal into the square. Jakamara!
As Tony did his what's his name?
Rex Hunt.
He'll give his Rex Hunt impersonation. It's the Jack O'Mara show, he reckons.
Oh, that was, you could just see he had his name written on that. He was just a bit too tall and just used the body brilliantly. And Robert Jack O'Mara will come in, the male medalist, leading goal kicker, to kick his first for the grand final, and he has converted. And they move to 4 goals, 3-27, Mallee Park, leading Waybacks 3-3-21 on the Woolies scoreboard.
Waybacks have got a real problem. When Mallee Park are running down, they have no players on their defensive side. They just keep knocking the ball forward and running in waves, and they're just running past the Wayback players. They must get some players coming up the ground to be on that defensive side, and they're just going to do it every time.
Well, ball back to the centre again. Spencer in ruck. He hasn't had much of a go, really, because the bounce is straight this time, so Spencer wins it comfortably. Slaps it down towards the half-forward line. They just watched, stood by and watched. Spencer's had to do his own roving. Tried the handball out to Hewitts and came unstuck. Another handball comes out now to Coulthard. Coulthard up towards half-forward. John Cox sets himself from behind. Couldn't take it. The old head, the old campaigner playing his last game, Hegarty. Couldn't get the handball away. It comes out again now to John Cox. Inside 50, the snap on goal. Over the back, Jack O'Mara.
He does it so well. One hand, use the body, just push the player out of the road. As the siren sounds, it's going to give Mallee Park, I would think, a certain 2-goal lead at quarter time, Tony. And he's lining up now for that right on the goal square. And he's just got immense skills, this man. And he kicks it through for Mallee Park's this quarter time on the Woolies scoreboard. We have Mallee Park 5-3, lead Waybacks 3-3.
And just running through the goal scorers to quarter time for Mallee Park, Robert Jack O'Mara has 2 singles to Michael Burgoyne, Lincoln Dudley and Trevor Johncock. And for Waybacks, the goal scorers are Justin Hewitson, Adam McAvoy and Scott Clark. It is 5-3 playing 3-3 at quarter time. We'll take a short break and be back with second quarter action and a bit of a wrap up on the first quarter in just a moment.
That's still, so there's still no only word he's working.
Yeah. It's not, I think it's the box.
Yeah.
You had a look at it.
Yeah. Fix it, well. Waybacks are in a mob of trouble.
Oh, they're gone. They played it all wrong. They played the short game. The first 15 minutes of the quarter. 4-goal breeze, and their forwards are in front.
I'd bring Williams on with the ruck.
Spencer at centre half forward.
What's all this shit standing around the circle with their arms fucking up?
What's that?
What's all this shit they're standing in the circle with their arms up? What's all that crap?
Arms where?
They're all arms all locked together.
Whatever you want.
The game. He needs to really start running and getting himself into the game.
Absolutely. There's the siren all set to get the second quarter underway. Hegarty on the ball now. That's an interesting move. There's the bounce. Favours Mallee Park. Little handball coming out wide, and the runners are off again. Lincoln Dudley met that at 100 miles an hour. Bursting out of the centre, it looked like Betts. Betts up towards Jack O'Mara. This guy could kick double figures today the way he's going.
Yes, he certainly looks, to me, he's too strong for Hopkins. Hopkins is a good player, but Jack O'Mara is too tall, and he's just so strong in the air.
Well, he'll be lining up for his third goal. And already, this is how confident Mallee Park are. They don't even wait. They've all gone back to their positions. They know Jack O'Mara will convert, and he has. Straight through the centre for his third and Mallee Park's sixth. They move to 6-3-45, leading Waybacks 3-3-21 on the Woolies scoreboard. And, gee, I reckon they've got to make that change. Do they? What do you reckon? Put one of the McAvoys back down there on him?
Well, I think so. And they've got to do something in the middle there. Just not getting the ball out of the middle, Waybacks. The players of Eddie Betts, Michael Burgoyne, Wills, and that are just taking the ball out of the middle with ease, and they must do something there to lift that. I'd think they've got to make a few changes, Mackenzie. Can't leave it too long. The ball's bounced. Bad bounce again. Cash over the top. Hits it very hard towards it. Hegarty overruns the ball. Socket off the ground there by Mallee Park. Rob Richardson goes without it. Cash back on it now. Gets around nicely. Has a look. I had a player clear. Kicks it straight down to Eddie Betts. Betts takes the mark down the centre square. Brett Hegarty holds him up as long as he can without incurring the wrath of the umpire. Betts goes long. McAvoy in there. Hopkins comes from behind with a good spoil. Ball bounces there for Lincoln Dudley. Comes away. Goodwin, head down. Gets it onto his foot. Over towards Brett. Brett Hegarty knocks it forward. Takes the ball. Pushed off the ball there by Hutchinson. Only a small kick. Smith. Oh, well done. Good tackle. Great tackle there by, I'm sure it was young Goodwin. Yes, it was. Brett Hegarty plays on. Kicks the ball forward. Byron Goodwin drops the mark. Gets the handball out of the pack now. Hegarty goes through. Ball comes to Adam McAvoy. Can't pick it up. Looks like Orchard there now. Picks the ball up. Hasn't got hold of it. Oh, now calls him too high. Bit unlucky there, I thought, the player. But Orchard takes the free kick on centre wing. Looking now for a lead. Fairly crowded forward line for Waybacks. Looking out there for young Willis. Willis up in the air and takes a strong mark. Good pair of hands, this lad. I'm very impressed with him. He's looking now up forward again. Clark makes the lead. Willis looks like he's going to go long. And does so. Nice kick into the square. Lovely kick. Clark in front. Over the back there was a Wayback. Clark comes down. Mallee Park kicks it out. Hegarty takes a strong mark. A very good mark by Mick there. Looking now for some movement. Can't see anything forthcoming. Goes back again. Looks like he's going to bomb it in long. 50 yards out. Kick right on 50. Goes into the square. High drop punt. Good kick. Oh, this is possibly a free kick. No, umpire calls play on. Scott Clark shifts the ball and the Mallee Park player and Linda Wills rushes it through from behind.
That takes Waybacks on to 3-4-22, trailing Mallee Park 6-3-39 on the Woolies scoreboard. And Jonathan Warrior will do the kicking in duties. Player on his, well, not exactly on his own, but he's managed to take it anyway in Kim Wills, who's played very well. Feeds it off now quickly to Miller, it was there. And great mark over the top has been taken by Chris Cash. Cash. True centre wing position. Another high kick up into the forward line. Doesn't really favour the forwards into the breeze. Huge thump from Jonathan Warrior. Attacking the ball there with vigour was the Waybacks Richardson. It is, I can't, every time he goes near the footy, I can't work out who he is. Sorry, Rob. He did well on that occasion, though. Forced it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Spencer in ruck again. Palms it down looking for Goodwin. Dropped to sitter and then gave away the free kick. And Eddie Betts will take the kick. Just doesn't seem as switched on as normal today, Goodwin, but I'm sure he'll come into the game a bit more. There's a kick up forward. Johncock couldn't complete the one-hander. Players battle for possession. Oh, Mick Hegarty used the body brilliantly.
Beautiful bump.
It was a terrific bump. Handball over the top to Goodwin. Goodwin feeds it off again to Spencer. He's in trouble, going to get run down. Great tackle, Johncock. Allows the ball to come free. Kick up towards Lincoln Dudley. Dudley allows the ball to bounce in front of him. Now he traps it. Snap from the boundary line, but he was under enormous pressure there and has kicked it out of bounds on the full.
Lack of talk there by Waybacks. You can see young Spencer was going to get tackled. No voice out there. Took far too long to get rid of the ball.
And this penalty kick when they get the footy back.
Yeah, they're having a kick out in the park out there, I think, Tony. No, the ball's coming back now. Oh, no, yes, they've kicked it over the fence. Umpire's got it now and handballs it on to
Rob Richardson.
Well done, Tony. You finally got him.
Good on you, Rob. Rob will have a kick from the back pocket. Chris Cash taking up a position on the boundary line to come in from the side of the pack, but Spencer. Very good mark. Goodwin making position for him short. He should allow his taller teammate to go for it. Hegarty in there. That's Brett. Tackled without the football. Advantage should have been paid. Not.
Terrible umpiring.
I don't know why the advantage wasn't paid there, but Brett Hegarty's got it now, and all of his teammates are manned up. There's his kick low trajectory into the wind. Betts just punches it away. Goodwin leads in the race for it. Can't pick it up. Comes out to Cash. He's in trouble. Handball was dangerous stuff. Comes off to Darryl Dudley up forward. But, that's great play there from, it was Hopkins. Just led Jackamara to the footy and gave it off to Cash. Cash in short finds Mick Hegarty. His son shepherds for him. Mick Hegarty going up towards the unmarked player in Willis on half forward. Over the top. McAvoy's on his own. Too slow, and now he goes up towards Scott Clark, who's got a couple to beat. Drops the mark. He just about had it. Handball comes now back to... gee, there's a comedy of errors there. Dorr, he couldn't get it away. Comes up towards the forward pocket. McAvoy tried to keep it in, but the boundary line was too close. And we'll have a boundary thrown in the forward pocket for Waybacks.
Yeah, some important touches there, chances there for Waybacks. The ball's thrown in. Dorr brings it down to the front, but Warrior reads it beautifully. Gets out the handball to Johncock. Johncock sets a handball into nobody in particular. Orchard races on it first. Well tackled. Umpire says he pushed him down into the ground.
Yeah,
Miller's not very happy about that.
First part of the tackle was good, but then he rode him into the ground.
Orchard plays on, kicks over the top there to Hewitson. Hewitson plays on now. Running, it's a terrible kick. And out on the full. Dropped that ball terribly, didn't he?
Yes.
You can see he wasn't going to get it anywhere. But anyway, Mallee Park will bring the ball in now through Jonathan Warrior. And a free kick right behind the behind post there. Looking long, going to put his boot in. That's a nice kick, lovely kick, 60 yards, beautiful kick. At the back, Vivian Couthard, great mark over the top of Spencer. Hutchison runs on the handballs in, great tackle. Well done, Goodwin. Hutchison tried to get around. It was a very strong tackle from Goodwin. Now he's got the ball. Waybacks need to move the ball. There's just not enough movement there from them. Goodwin kicks into the man on the mark. Cash backs him up beautifully. Gets the ball back to Goodwin. He this time handballs to Rob Richardson. Richardson comes onto his left foot. Short kick to nobody in particular. In fact, straight down Roger Johnson's throat. He gets onto his left foot, goes long, looking for Lincoln Dudley. Cash chips in but drops the mark. Trevor Jonkop onto Bilney. Bilney onto Lincoln Dudley. Dudley 50 out. Goes long into the vacant square. And it's a goal. No, umpire says it's hit the post. I think it just shaved the post there. So as Tony shakes his head, but I'm sure that's what happened. It just hit the bottom of the post. Waybacks to bring the ball back in now. Mallee Park leads 6-4 to Waybacks 3-4. Goes to the outer side looking for Hegarty. Yes, and takes a strong mark. Put his body on the line there and said, you're not going to get this easy. He gets the ball now looking up towards centre wing. Plays on. Kicks the ball out to the centre wing area looking for Spencer. From the back, it was onto the ball there was Orchard. Uses his pace well. Onto his left foot. Short kick into John Willis. Move the ball well. Get the ball going, lads. What you got to do. Terrible kick in the centre half forward there. Goodwin in front. Couldn't take him up. Play on. Jonathan Warrior uses his class. Handballs over the top to Smith. Smith turns round, goes long now to full forward, looking for Jacamara's in the best position here, and takes the mark. You can see that from a long way out. He was going to mark that, Tony. Or should I say, it's Jacamara! Over to you, Tony.
You've got to take the microphone away from your mouth a bit when you do it.
Okay.
That's a trick. Just a little broadcaster's trick for you.
Mate. Well, I'm only new at this. I'm only an apprentice.
You're doing a terrific job, mate. Robert Jacamara to line up for goal number 4, and Mallee Park 7th. 6-4 plays 4-4 on the Woolies scoreboard so far. That's what I say. Yeah, 3-4. All right. He's missed.
Well, there you go. He is human after all.
He's missed.
Tony sits here stunned. Yes, he too far to the left there and it faded away and only scored a point. And it'll be Hopkins now to bring the ball back in for Waybacks.
That's wrecked my stat sheet. I'd already marked it down.
Hopkins brings the ball to the outer side. Looking for Spencer. Spencer's held, yes. Should take a free kick and does. Willis had no other opportunity except pull the player down. Spencer now plays very slow. Look for Orchard. Orchard makes a lead out on the wing on his own. Nice kick and takes the mark. Jets hits him after the play. Orchard stays on his feet. Umpire calling him back. Calls play on. Burgoyne chips in beautifully, takes the mark. Handballs on to Betts. Betts to Roger Johncock. Onto his left foot. Looking out here for Jacamara again. And no, spoiled away. Recovers. Off the ground. Lincoln Dudley. Goes the wrong side of the post. Clever football. Read the ball beautifully off the pack. But just didn't quite go the right side of the post.
And the kicking in duties again to be handled by Hopkins. Decides to go out of side, a high kick. Spencer at the back, but no one can take the mark. Handball comes off. Michael Burgoyne can't trap it. It was a bit fierce for him. It comes out now to Darryl Dudley in the forward pocket. Looked up at the wrong moment. Kick out of mid-air. He hasn't.
Oh, he has.
Oh, that is unbelievable.
Made the mistake. Didn't put the eyes over the ball. Fumbled it. Didn't know what to do when he was in the pocket. Kicked it off the ground straight through the middle. Dacos, eat your heart out.
That was unbelievable. You could go, I cannot believe that. What a goal.
Well, that's when things are running for you. That's the way. Umpire bounces the ball in the centre now. It's going back quickly. Goodwin and Smith go at it. Goodwin doesn't know where the ball is. Finally gets on it. Well done, Goodwin. Kicks the ball high into the forward line. Scott Clark underneath it. Wills punches away. Warrior gets one from behind. Now it's Tony Swan. Tony Swan looks out. McAvoy can play on now. Oh, he should have had the opportunity. But he's gone back 40 out.
He had Scott Clark on his own too for a while
could
there.
Could have handballed or played on and done three things and did none of them. I think he's got to kick this now. Very important kick here for Waybacks. They're trailing by over 4 goals. They certainly need us to stay in touch. Kicks now. No, I can't see. Oh, swinging back. No, right. Oh, there's 2 players.
Now there's a goal.
Door. He's kicked the goal. Door or Willis?
Door.
Yeah, Door got the mark, played on. There's a bit of a dispute about between him and Willis. Take your pick, but Door ended up coming off the pack and kicking the goal.
And they really needed that one, Waybacks, as you said. And Mallee Park lead at 7-6-48. And Waybacks now move to 5-4-34 on the Woolies scoreboard as we go around the grounds and find out what's happening in the AFL. Geelong got 2 goals.
Oh, that's worrying.
I wish you'd stop calling me a guru. Whistle in the centre square, an infringement there.
I'm sure he's calling you a guru.
I don't know. There's Wills gives it off quickly and into attack again via the agency of Eddie Betts, looking for Jackamara. Well spoiled at the back there from Hopkins. Comes off hands. Little kick out towards the boundary line from Shane Porter was clever, but it didn't quite make the required acreage. Now it's John Cock, a snap around the body. That's fantastic. Just missing to the left. And through for one behind.
Mallee Park are doing it beautifully. They've got all their players up on the half-forward line, and Jackamara's one-on-one with Hopkins every time, and he's going to win 50% of those contests, you would think.
Over 50, I'd reckon. Here's Hopkins, the kick out to the outer side. Now they've got the numbers here. Waybacks and Spencer, who has played a terrific 1.5 quarters so far, takes the mark. And he's got 50.
I think it's 25.
No, 25, yeah.
Signal 25 or whatever it's called. I'm not sure about it, but that's what I class it would have to be.
Yeah, that is the new 25-metre law instituted this season. There's the short pass, and he finds Goodwin, who's really starting to come into the game a bit more now. Goodwin goes on with a short kick. This one needed to be, to quote Dennis Cometti, centimetre perfect. It wasn't. And it's rolled out of bounds for a boundary throw-in on the outer half-forward flank for Waybacks. They trail by 21 points. 7-7 plays 4-4 Woolies scoreboard. There's the tap in. Player Scragg without the footy there, I thought could have perhaps been a free kick. Mallee Parker got the numbers. Little kick off the ground by Roger Johncock, was heading for the boundary line. Scott Clark tried to slap it back into play to the advantage of his teammate there in Matthew Dorr. Whistle on play.
Too high. Free kick Mallee Park.
And taking the free kick down there is a long way away, but call it a free handball as Burgoyne goes across goal, finds Leonard Wells, and they're off and running. Leonard Wells tries to draw the man in front of him. He does so. Gets the handball over the top to Burgoyne. Burgoyne goes again to Mundy. Smith to Mundy. Brilliant blind turn. The handball was a shocker, and Chris Cash takes it away. Mundy will be shepherded out of this contest twice now. Cash up towards half forward. Nobody home. Wells can't take the mark. Scott Clark caught behind. Hasn't quite got the mobility. Finally, now they should get out of trouble. Well, you'd walk a mile to see something like that. Darren Miller was on his...
Yeah, sorry, it was Roger Johncock kicked it out.
Roger Johncock, was it? Yeah, it was too.
State players, what I was about to say, state country players can make mistakes, Tony.
Well, he was on his own, had no one around him, propped, stopped, what'll I do, and then kicked it out on the full. It's out of bounds for a boundary throw in the forward pocket now for Waybacks. They really desperately need a goal from this. Spencer plucks the ball out of the air, tried to get a kick away, couldn't do so. And again, Mallee Park have the numbers. Handball out to Leonard Wells. Wells onto the right boot with a drop punt. Brett Hegarty backing back. Cash over the back. Hegarty grabbed without the football. Should have got a free kick. None forthcoming, and we'll have a boundary throw-in right in front of the broadcast position. Sorry for hitting you on the headphones there.
Knocking me out here, Tony. Anyway, the umpire's about to throw the ball in. Ball comes up now. Johncock and Wright go for it. Down to Lincoln Dudley. Taps the ball out beautifully, though. Eddie Betts runs onto it. Couthard takes it in front of him. On to Trevor Johncock with another handball. Another one over the top to Bobby Shane Dudley. Another one to Eddie Betts. Eddie Betts took his eye off the ball, lost it. Hegarty came in hard, took the ball away. A handball from Waybacks straight to Couthard. Couthard out to Bobby Shane again. Bobby Shane on the left foot. Jackamara from behind. No. Takes the ball. Recovers. Oh, he hasn't kicked it, surely. No.
No. Not even he can do that.
Well, he got awfully close there, Tony. And so 1 point from a snapshot, miraculous snapshot from Jackamara. With now the score. Mallee Park 7-8 lead. Waybacks 4-4 on the Woolies scoreboard. Hopkins looking for somewhere to bring it into. Decides to go straight down the middle, looking for Spencer. Wills in front of him, uses his body, got around him very well, Wills. Handballs on to Michael Burgoyne. He turns and dodges. Handballs over the top. Order.
No talk, though, no talk. That's the problem, I think.
You're inexperienced. You must grab the ball wherever you are like that. It's such a dangerous option to try and punch the ball. You don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah, but he really did the good defensive thing. He headed straight for the boundary line with the punch. That's what he found.
The ball comes in. The umpire throws it in. John Cock and that was Spencer go for it. Comes out of the defence now from Richardson. Richardson kicks the ball up, looking for Orchard or Goodwood. Goodwood spoils the ball, but straight down to Roger Johncock. Roger Johncock, the Kingsley Bilney, made him a bit harder the handball, but he's good enough to get out of it. Gives it to Darren Miller. Darren Miller, beautiful pass. Hits Michael Burgon on the chest. Handballs over the top to Mundy. No, Bilney. Bilney handballs to Betts. Betts drops it and put on his beautiful bump there from Hegarty. It's out to Simon right now. Oh, Smith goes in hard. The umpire plays a free kick out to Goodwin. They play advantage. Orchard, terrible kick from Orchard on his left foot. And now it's Mallee Park bring the ball centre half forward. Oh yes, and Spencer's got a free kick from Betts. Not too happy about it either there by the look of it, Eddie Betts.
Oh, Lincoln Dudley's coming off with a leg injury.
Yes, he doesn't look too good at all there, hobbling off. And looks like Angelo Boo won't come on. Anyway, the ball's out wide. And a good mark there, great mark. I think it was Cash by the look of those hands. I'd have to be very surprised if I'm wrong. Cash gets on the ball, in the play in the centre, looking for Dorr. Great punch by Warrior again. Spoils the ball 20 yards. Michael Burgoyne picks it up, breaks the tackle, gets the ball out to Kingsley Bilney. Kingsley Bilney pops the ball up for Jackamara again. Hopkins from behind. Jackamara nearly there. Porter takes the ball, gets the handball out, and retrieves it again. Does it well. Takes the ball away, looking out there for Dorr and should find him. No, leaves it there for Hewitson. A good call out. Hewitson now looking short and finds Swan. Swan with meterage. Looking now, gets onto the left foot. Looking in the centre for Goodwin. Roger Johncock goes up. It comes now to, I'm not sure who that is there. But it comes out to Angelo Burgoyne now. That was Byron that came out of there. McAvoy in front of Johncock. Well played. Spoils down to Cash. Takes the ball, breaks the tackle, gets the handball out. Trevor Johncock trying to pick it up, can't do so. Goodwin goes in hard, puts the body in, great work. Comes out to Vance Mundy. Mundy picks up the ball again. Looking short now for nobody in particular, out wide. Hegarty chasing the ball. Smith, too much pace for him, takes off. Short pass looking for Jackamara. Controls the ball. Oh, brilliant pickup. Absolutely brilliant on the run. Picks the ball up and goes straight back there to... I'm not sure who that player was in Mallee Park, but he has a shot and he's offline. I think it might have been Wills again. But that's a great passage of play there, and the ball moving very quickly now, Tony.
What about the skills of Jackamara? That pickup was just sensational.
It wasn't just trotting as he was doing.
Oh, no, full pace and one-handed, just picked it up. Brilliant stuff. There's the kick in now, looking for Spencer in front, takes the chest mark. Just takes the chest mark.
Must know the umpire.
Now he goes in short, he has a player on his own, and Wright has taken the mark on half-back. Right now. High kick, that wind seems to have picked up a bit, really holding up into the breeze. Chris Cash in front was spoilt by his own man. And now the little chip kick comes off and finds Wills again, who's really been very, very good in this first half. Backward of centre, there's the kick looking for the lead of Jackamara. Can't take the mark. Backs up well low. Oh, look away, handball was superb. Gets it on now to Angelo Burgoyne into the goal square. They set themselves over the back. That's a great mark. Smith. And it will be Anthony Smith. Over the top of Mick Hegarty, but the look-away handball from Jackamara set that up. That was just superb.
His work when he doesn't mark the ball is amazing. You know, you think for a big man that you'd be able to run off him all the time, but he just controlled that ball when it came to ground. Three players chased him, look-away handball, Burgoyne on to Smith, goal.
Bingo. There we have it, and that is their 8th. They move to 8-9-57. Waybacks are 4-4-28 on the Woolies scoreboard as we go back to the studio and check the progress in the AFL. What a handball. Oh, that was quick. 18 points, eh?
Back to the Gurus. I was just having a rest here.
Fred and Barney.
Thanks very much.
Oh dear, I don't want to know who's Fred and who's Barney.
I'm not even going to ask.
I'm doing the Yabba Dabba Doos, I think. There's the bounce back in the centre of the ground. Spencer feeds off the handball to Orchard, but he did well. Just rode a couple of bumps, got it in towards the space at centre half forward. Is this Willis getting a handball over the top to Scott Clark under pressure? Round his body, that's a beauty!
Great goal. Great play from Waybacks there. Orchard did fantastically well to ride that bump. I thought he was going to get nailed good and proper. Rode the bump, ran on, got the kick on. Willis, great handball on. Scott Clark, a terrific snap.
It was a great snap. He never really looked like he was in a position to kick that goal, but that was a beauty. And they move now to 5-4-34. Mallee Park are 8-9-57, and they're certainly not having it all their own way. Waybacks are really putting up a fight in this grand final. Ball back to the centre. And
Waybacks don't know who's in the square and who's not.
And I tell you what, that should have been a free kick.
No, they only had 3 there in the middle.
Oh, they did have 3, yeah. I was about to say, if Hegarty had gone in after the 2 boundary umpires are in position, he's allowed it to play on. I thought he'd whistled play to stop. Anyway, it's Warrior who's taken it on a half back. Feeds out the handball now. Hewitson, you're in trouble because Wills is in there. No, it was Coulthard this time. Up towards half forward. In the best position was the Mallee Park player. Couldn't take the mark. Should have fed the handball off there. Vilney again. Here's just short pass for Jackamara. Great spoil. Jackamara does brilliantly though. Bursts a couple of tackles apart. Now in there is Mick Hegarty. Handball over the top was good. Another handball off to Brett Hegarty. You're in trouble. Gets the ball onto his boot quickly. Looking for McAvoy. Slap over the top was clever. Should apply the Shepherd now from Hutchison. Great Shepherd, Chris Cash. Get rid of it, McAvoy. And he does just in time. Looking for Scott Clark up forward. Over the shoulder. And Scott Clark.
Get it in there, lad.
He's got Willis in there on his own. Is he going to be quick enough? There's the kick. He's dropped it into the hole. That was clever play.
He surprised me. I thought he was going for Willis.
Yeah, no, that was really clever. His vision was excellent there. And dropping in to take the mark. Is that Door? I
yes,
think
it is Door.
It is Door.
And as you said, Waybacks aren't having it their own way, Tony.
Mallee Park.
Sorry, Mallee Park aren't having it their own way. Waybacks are fighting hard.
Here's the kick from Door. Looks like it. Just snuck it in, has he? No, he's missed. 5-5-35 Waybacks. Mallee Park 8-9-57. It is half time in the 1994 Port Lincoln Football League Grand Final on the Woolies scoreboard. 57 plays 35. We'll be back with a half time summary in just a moment. How could he miss that?
Oh, it's a terrible kick.
He's playing really well, I reckon.
Yeah, I've got him up there. Steve Orchard came in a bit that quarter. He did win with a couple of good things. He's this Will's best on ground, Mike.
Yeah, I hear he's playing brilliantly.
Grundy's playing well.
Well, they only got 3 goals to the win that quarter.
Yeah. Go through this and pick up who's missing.
Is Cash out there?
Yes, yeah, and the ball's bounced there. Favours the way back. Onto Hewitson. Hewitson kicks it straight into the way back, fires back. Door knocks it on. Brett Hegarty has an airy, misses. Roger Johncock does it brilliantly. Straight at the Michael Burgoyne, taps it on to Smith. No, he can't get there. Richardson. Spencer takes the ball very, very cleverly on to McAvoy. Back to Spencer again. Onto his left foot. Floats it up into the forward area. Clark in front. Nearly can't. Hutchison picks it up off the bottom of the out and proceeds to kick.
Great pressure. Scott Clark's done an ankle.
Yes, he's had trouble with that all year.
Oh, he really, yep. He's in trouble with that ankle. Left ankle.
Goodwin now to bring it in. Goes for the short pass. Beautiful pass. Door now about 40 out.
Now he missed one from about this distance or just a bit less in the second quarter going into the wind.
Yes, so he's lining up now. An important kick. Waybacks need to get some quick ones on the board. This will be the perfect start from him. He lines up, runs in now, runs to the wrong side. You can see where he was running. Ooh. And he's gone straight over the top of the post, in my opinion.
Yep.
And the umpire agrees. One point to Waybacks.
5-6-36. They trail Mallee Park 8-9-57 on the Woolies scoreboard. Kicking.
Warrior brings it in for Mallee Park, out to Burgoyne. Doesn't take the ball. Hegarty over the top. Gets it out to Willis. Willis hooks it back into the middle. Oh, too far. Oh, but it's fallen for Door. Can't get a kick away. Knocked away from him. Roger Johncock mops up. Does it brilliantly. Kicks it out on his left foot, but Hegarty can't get there now. Gets it on to Matthew Spencer, though. Spencer onto his left foot. Lines up the big ones. Shepherd it through, boys. That's all you got to do. That's a goal. It's the one Waybacks needed to start this quarter off, and it's a great goal from Spencer. Players running from everywhere, congratulating him, telling how well he did then. And the Wayback players definitely need a lift, and if that's the type of thing can lift a side, a left foot snap like that, Tony.
Yep, it was a terrific goal, and Clark looks like he's moving okay now on that left ankle.
Might have just gone over on its
side. Just rolled it slightly, I think, but he really came out of that pack at 1,000,000 miles an hour, hopping on one leg, and I thought for a moment, oh, he's gone, which is what they just don't need. Here's the bounce to restart proceedings. Another skew with one. Hegarty uses his experience, gets the tap out wide, forcing it in front of himself. There is young Paul Goodwin. He can't pick it up. They've got the numbers out here, though. Angelo Burgoyne tries to run onto it. He's dispossessed. Ball forced out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary throw in on the outer wing. Just slightly forward of that into the Wayback attacking zone. Here's the boundary throw in. Neither player really gets a tap out. Angelo Burgoyne onto it now. A little chip kick over the top for Michael Burgoyne. Michael Burgoyne with another one over the top. Is this Bobby Shane Dudley out there? He goes with a centering kick. Brilliant kick. And whistle on play advantage. Should be paid. No, John Cock. Well, he's complaining that the advantage wasn't paid. And but he missed the goal, so he shouldn't complain too loudly. And Darryl Dudley will take the free kick. Wasn't much in it, but he was taken high. And therefore he must get the free kick when they get the football back. Now he has it. And he might nearly be too far out to score here. He's just at that around that 45-metre area where people have been, where players have been struggling. There's the kick, holds up in the breeze. Has it been touched through? It wasn't. Terrible defensive mistake down there. And Darryl Dudley's kicked the goal. Well, it went through at, I reckon, probably about 5.5 foot.
Maybe a bit higher.
Yeah.
I mean, it still should have been touched. Jack O'Mara just gave the player just a bit of a nudge, but it's still, I mean, there was 3 or 4 Waybacks there. They should have ganged it and pushed it through with a bit more urgency, I feel, anyway.
Anyway, ball coming back to the centre now. 9-9, 63. Mallee Park plays 6-6-42. Waybacks on the Woolly scoreboard. There's the tap down. Comes out. Handball to Angelo Burgoyne. Can he pick it up? He does in the centre, but he's well tackled. Dispossessed. Trying to run through was Mundy. He couldn't get it. Players at ground level lock it in, and we'll have another bounce. His temper's become slightly frayed. Only slight. They're just saying good afternoon to one another. There's the bounce again. Spencer taps it down. There's nobody there, though. Mallee Park players try to back out of the pack. Another strong tackle is applied, and we'll have another bounce. I'm not having any luck. Beeves, see if you can clear it out of this congestion.
We'll see if we can get Blewett to bounce the ball now. It's right in the centre. Bounces up they go. Spencer and Wills over to Eddie Betts. Handballs on to Anthony Smith. Looks for a handball, it plays and kicks it now, looking for Trevor Johncock. Puts it in a perfect spot. McAvoy dives at him. The ball hits the ground. Waybacks come out. The player held without the ball, and Porter must get the free kick. Goes back now to get the free kick. Brings it out wide here, looking for Darren Johnson. Johnson, who's come on since half time. We're still not sure who's gone off. As the mark centre wing. Ordinary kick. Burgoyne chips in beautifully, pushes the ball along. Handballs out to Roger Johncock. Handballs on to Anthony Smith, who's got a paddock now. He goes long, looking for Jack O'Mara. It's a perfect kick. Hopkins and then wrestle. Jack O'Mara can't quite hold it. The ball on the ground now. The players attack the ball fiercely. And then somebody went out the back door then. It looked like Richardson, I think, or was it McAvoy?
McAvoy, it was.
McAvoy. And the umpire bounced right on the corner of the square in Mallee Park's forward line. Bounces the ball now. Goes up. Jack O'Mara to take the ruck. Waybacks get their fist at the ball. Hegarty tackled, handballs the ball, uses experience in his body and just pushes the ball through for a point to take to Mallee Park on the 9-goal, 10-64 lead. Waybacks 6-6-42 on the Woolly scoreboard. Waybacks bring the ball out quickly through Hegarty. Hegarty now looking for and finding Adam McAvoy. Turns and has a look quickly. Looks to centre wing looking for Cash. But he leaves it for Dorr. Dorr recovers well. Gets it onto his left foot. Willis in front. Bad bounce. It's going to favour Darren Miller here. He picks up the ball, has a look, plenty of time. Kicks it beautifully into the centre. Michael Burgoyne will take the mark. Gets a great handle on. Warrior drops it. Great recovery though. Does it well. Puts it out very wide now. Hegarty and players there pushing and shoving. Onto Orchard. Reads the ball off the back. Bobby Shane is about to tackle him. Gets the ball on and puts it just inside the boundary line. Nearly out on the full, but did it well in the end.
I think Tony Swan might be the player who's off the ground, replaced by Johnston.
Right. and that's why Hegarty went to the forward line and Johnson onto the wing. Now Dorr knocks it down under Spencer, goes onto the left foot. Can he get another left foot snap? Long kick, but just offline, and 1 point only to take Waybacks on to 6 goals 7 to Mallee Park, 9 goals 10 on the Woolies scoreboard.
And the kicking in duties again, looks like Roger Johncock back there. No, Borenberg on it is again. He goes out wide looking for Darren Miller, and Miller takes the mark in front of Orchard. Orchard want to go back or he'll get a 25-metre penalty. He does now, and Darren Miller just holds it up. Angelo Burgoyne making a bit of a lead for him. He goes in towards the centre of the ground, and Hutchison drops in and takes the mark. Scoots off now, has a bounce. Another bounce as he runs through the middle of the ground. Well shepherded. Hutchison towards Angelo Burgoyne. Chipping in there and cutting that one off was McAvoy. Burgoyne tries, right it was. It's tapped away now to Porter, who's, I reckon, playing well across half-back. Out he comes now, Porter. Low trajectory kick. Here's a go for McAvoy. He has got a paddock. Warrior will try and run and intercept him. McAvoy took him on and lost. Took him on and lost. Great play, Jonathan Warrior. Just held off on the tackle. That was superb. Goes inboard now and finds Coulthard at centre half back. Vivian Coulthard off to Warrior, who hasn't stopped running. That is magnificent. Oh, he's just pure class. The kick let him down though, and McAvoy takes the mark on half back. Little chip kick out here looking for Hewitson in front, and he takes the mark. Hewitson. He wanted to con for the 25. And Roger Johncock standing the mark. There's the kick from Hewitson, very dangerous, looking for Chris Cash. Cash in front of Bobby Shane Dudley there. Goodwin comes out, tries to get the handball away, but great play, Johncock. He comes away now, Roger Johncock towards half forward, looking for Smith, and Smith takes a very well-judged mark. The chip over the top. Here's a go for Jack Amara on the lead. The tap was over the top, looking for Darryl Dudley. He couldn't pick it up. Porter does well, heads to the boundary line and finds it. Boundary throw in across, about 35 metres out from the Mallee Park goal.
And the throw in now in Mallee Park forward. Hegarty and Spencer there for Waybacks in the ruck. Spencer gets the ball off the ground. Can't pick it up, eventually does. Handballs to Porter. He's under a lot of pressure. Tries to find the boundary line, but it's not going to get it there. Dudley picks it up, centres it. Johnson takes the ball one-handed, well read. Did it on to Hopkins now. He's got a paddock. He can have a bounce. He has one. Runs the ball out. Looks back into the middle. I'm not sure who he's looking for there, but he didn't find him. Anyway, it comes down to Mundy. Mundy on to Eddie Betts. Eddie Betts runs through centre. The kick forward, looking forward, but not finding a spoil from Waybacks. Goodwin, Goodwin and Johnson clash. Jack Amara out of centre half forward. Has a bounce. Handball's on now to Anthony Smith. Lines up the goals. Runs in and misses badly. Ooh, may get another one. No, he doesn't. He's only just scored a point there. Ordinary kick from Anthony Smith, running in, had all the time in the world, but stabbed it, as we said before, stabbed at it and didn't have a proper clear kick at the ball. That takes the score on to Mallee Park, 9 goal 10. Is it 9 goal 10, or have they put the point up to the wrong team there?
I don't know, we'll worry about it later.
Look, the ball comes into play now, looking for Spencer and Simon Wright. Simon Wright takes a good mark in front. Waiting to get the ball back now off the Mallee Park player. Goes back now, wants the player to move, but he's not going anywhere. Simon Wright puts the ball up into the terrible kick. Out on the full, absolutely kicked it to nobody, Tony, and that's ordinary stuff. Anyway, young and inexperienced, he'll learn as he plays in more grand finals. And the ball can come in now by Hutchison. Plays on. Brings the ball, dodges around the player in Willis. He kicks the ball up to full forward, looking for Jack Amara. He's got the sit there. And you would have backed that from a long time, and it's Jack Amara.
So you get off Mike a little bit more, but you just about got it there.
Anyway, it's Jack Amara, 40 yards out, taking the mark straight in front. I'm sure you'd be backing this, wouldn't you, Tony?
Well, I saw him miss one before. I was in a state of shock for about 5 minutes afterwards. I don't think he'll miss this, though. Mind you, he's kicking into this breeze, and it has been a bit tricky at times.
Yes, he's a pretty good kicker, bloke. I'd be pretty sure of backing him. Anyway, runs in now, line up from 40 out. Oh,
tell you what, am I a good judge or what?
Oh, well, he's kicked that out on the full. So there you go, from 40 yards out, you would never have picked that from Jack Amara.
Well, that's, I must admit, I'm shocked. Hopkins has just run off the ground and no one's replaced him.
Must be somebody out there.
Well, Williams is coming on, so Hopkins must have done something. Williams wasn't ready for the interchange.
Right, so Waybacks will get man down at the moment. So they want to push this ball out of bounds fairly well. I would think it would be fairly important to them. And it's exactly what they do.
And Williams is on now.
Yes.
And Porter is picking up Jackamara back there at full back. So
Williams is running straight back there now, so he'll obviously take him. The ball's thrown in there. Spencer gets his hands to it. Rob Richardson tackle. That's holding the ball with no umpire calls play on. Bilney runs onto it, gets it out, does it well, pushes the ball out again to Roger Jonker. Brett Hegarty tries to get it out of there. Waybacks forcing the numbers for well done, Simon Wright, breaks out of there, goes long, puts it up high in the air. Scott Clark attacks the ball strongly.
Too high.
Should have been a free kick. John Willis gets the ball out, play on calls the umpire. Hewitson picks it up, he drops the ball. Purchison comes away brilliantly, one bounce, coming out of the centre wing now. Shepperton kicks the ball to centre half forward. Trevor Johncock doesn't go to the ball. Porter attacks the ball in the body. Darryl Dudley picks up the ball beautifully. Looking in there now for the goal square. B-grade bounce, but ground. Bobby Shane Dudley takes it well. And a good goal there to Mallee Park. And ran the ball all the way. Waybacks had numbers down here in the half-forward line, but just couldn't do enough with it. And you let Mallee Park run up you, they're going to hurt you every time, Tony.
Absolutely. Thought Scott Clark was a little bit unlucky there not to get a free kick
I agree.
For 1-2 high. In fact, I reckon he should have got one. But anyway, it's 10-11-71 plays 6-7-43 on the Woolies scoreboard, and we'll get a quick AFL update.
Scores level. Hopkins back on.
And there's the quick kick out from Hewitson out of that area. At the back, Scott Clark. That's the way to play it when you're kicking with the wind.
Yes, again, from a long way, you could see Clark had to sit on the player, just dropped back, and was always going to take that ball without any shadow of doubt. And as we see, Hopkins comes back on, he's got some tape on his elbow, must have done something there, quickly off to do that, but he obviously didn't let his mates know because they had no idea what was happening. And Clark pops it through for his third. Which takes the Woolies scoreboard to 9-7. Is it 9-7, 55 to 10-11, 71?
7.
7? Oh, I thought it was 9. I was well in front of myself.
Yeah.
Well, I was guessing he took it off the board on me. He shouldn't do that.
7-7-49, 10-11, 71 Woolies scoreboard. And 24 minutes into the AFL. We'll keep you up to date with that as scores are level in Melbourne between Geelong and North Melbourne. And Clayton will be keeping us up to date. And here's the bounce to restart proceedings. Spencer has a clear tap, gets it off to Wills. Whistle on play, and I reckon that one's to Spencer, who was dealt with after he got the tap away.
Exactly right. Wills ran straight into him, didn't have any eyes for the ball at all after Spencer took the knock.
Here's Spencer now. Just backward of centre. Goes with a long bomb. He'll be looking for Clark again, using his body. Comes off hands. Here's a go for Richardson, too high, and he'll take the free kick. He can, I think he was going to lie on the ground there just to make sure the umpire realised he deserved the free kick, and then he realised, hey, and the whistle's gone, I can get up now. There's a little short chip kick. That's great play from Bill, and he thought he did that very well, used his body well. Here's a go now for Hewitson, has about 3 to beat. Mundy tries to force his way through the pack, which is difficult. There's a throw. Not paid, and whistle on play, and we'll have a bounce. How are we doing in the AFL, Clayton? Still level.
I still don't like that rule of play. He ran straight at the player, made no attempt to go for the ball. It should be a free kick.
No,
the guy's got his eyes for the ball, can't do anything about it except get run into.
Yeah, but he turned his back at the last moment and actually backed into the player.
Still a bad rule.
Take it up with the lawmakers.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the bounce. Chris Cash takes it out of the air, then runs into a brick wall in the person of... can't pick up who it was that he ran into down there.
Laurie got it out there.
And the handball comes out now. Kick up towards half forward. Leading in the race for the ball is John Cock. Traps it brilliantly, uses the body well. The inboard handball's on now to Michael Burgoyne. Burgoyne goes further again to Darryl Dudley. Inside 50. Here's Darryl Dudley. Snap on goal, and he's done it again. And
very well. And a brilliant play across the other side there by John Cock. Took McAvoy out of the contest. Weighted the ball beautifully over the top to Burgoyne, who tapped it again onto Dudley. 40 yards out on your own. It's no problem from there.
And that is Darryl Dudley's third goal. So he joins Robert Jackamara as the game, and Scott Clark as the game's leading goal scorers.
To this quarter.
And 11-11-77 plays 7-7-49 on the Woolies scoreboard.
And I just heard on the PA that I think Ablett just kicked the goal for Geelong with 10 seconds to go, I think.
Geelong have won. Geelong have one. There's the bounce. And Spencer wins it again. Gets it down to Richardson. His kick's smothered off the boot, but they just barrel it forward again. Oh, free kick, Chris Cash for one too high.
Yes, Cash to take the kick now from just the other side of centre. Goes long, booms it up looking for Scott Clark. There's going to be numbers below. Oh, at the back. Who's that? Swan. Can't get his kick. No, it's Orchard. Gets it left foot for the ball. But rolls it through for a point only. And Waybacks need goals at this stage of the game and need them quickly. With the scoreboard reading, Waybacks 7 goals, 8. Trail, Mallee Park, 11 goals, 11. And it's Wells to bring the ball in from Mallee Park. No, or is it going to be Warrior? Warrior's going to bring the ball in now. Turns around quickly and looks for the short one and finds Angelo Burgoyne. Nice pass. And Angelo Burgoyne goes onto the left foot. He's going to try and get around Mick Hegarty now. Gets under pressure. Puts himself under a lot of... Gets the left foot. Tap the ball on. Couthard takes the ball. In the centre wing, running through. Kicks long and high to centre half forward now. John Cock and McAvoy wrestling in there. McAvoy spoils. Knocked on there by the Wayback player, but straight to Mallee Park. But he's dismissed. Porter pushes the ball forward. Kingsley Building, first of the ball, gets rid of it. Eddie Betts goes through the pack. The body's flying in there. Toe poke there by the Mallee Park player. Goodwin over the ball. Again, comes out to Warrior. He'll show his skill. Oh, breaks the tackle brilliantly. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, running away from the players now. Getting yardage. Kicks long up in the full forward for Jackamara, but it goes over his head and rolls through from behind. What pace. And
he's got everything, hasn't he? He really has got everything, Jonathan Warrior. And it's easy to see why Hawthorn took him over to Melbourne to have a look at him, because he's a class act.
The ball's brought in now by the Wayback player, looking for and find... No, Hewitson drops the mark. Is that Richardson there? Yes, he picks the ball up. As Tony gives me a signal. Oh, great one-hander by Spencer on the centre wing. Dodges around the player in Burgoyne. Does it very easily. Looks forward now. Scott Clark, but Leonard Wells drops in the gap and does it well. And Miller tries to take off. Lewis won't pay that.
Oh, well, you can't play an advantage after a mark.
I can't see why not. They changed the rule. Another one I don't like. Anyway, the players got the ball now. Wells looking for some leads. None forthcoming, taking his time here. He's got no hurry. Just goes long now to the centre of the ground. Spencer under it. Oh, should have probably gone it. Takes the handball off to Goodwin. Goodwin hot under pressure now. Gets onto the left foot. Looking for Scott Clark. Can't find him. Byron Burgoyne in front. Clark pushes him away. Roger Johncock. Skill again. Beautifully tips the ball up to Leonard Wells. He plays on. He's shepherded there well by Michael Burgoyne. Kicks the ball into the middle, right underneath it. Taken out of the contest. Comes down to Porter. Brett Hegarty picks it. Picks it up. Handballs out to McAvoy. A long handball from McAvoy onto Johnson. Turns back in there. Not sure where he's going. Then the left foot, an ordinary kick. Goodwin can't handle the ball. Goes out to Hewitson. Takes it cleanly. Handballs onto Spencer, which is good evasive action. On to Goodwin. Goodwin on to Hewitson again. Oh, but the handball misses the body. No, it's a free kick. Umpire Blewett seeing a free kick to Goodwin for a high tackle as he got rid of that ball. So he'll take the free kick. That's the true half-forward position for Waybacks. Kicking with the aid of the breeze. Onto the left foot. Kicks it up into the centre half-forward position. At the back, Willis. No, can't take the mark. Ball comes down. Burgoyne knocks it forward.
Free kick.
And we'll take the free kick here at centre half back for Mallee Park.
Angelo Burgoyne will go out wide. He's got a player out here on his own. Spencer flies to try and spoil it, but the mark has been taken out there by Wills. It is. Wills goes inboard with the kick now, looking for Miller. Miller just dodges around the man in front of him. Hegarty applies the tackle, was good footy. Comes back now to Adam McAvoy. McAvoy, the little chip over the top, gets Spencer on the outer wing. Matthew Spencer's played a terrific game. Here's his kick up towards half forward. Cash over the back, a beauty. Open forward line, he should go on with it quickly. McAvoy chips into the hole and takes the mark inside 50. He'd have to be a chance from here.
He's not even looking.
No, he wants to go the short pass and he's found Orchard. It was a shocker off the boot. Well, Orchard virtually directly in front will kick from about 48 metres, and they really need this one.
How far?
About 48. When he kicks it.
Okay, you did right.
Thank you.
Exactly spot on. And it's a very
lovely
nice
kick.
That's one to Orchard and one Waybacks really needed. I've always praised you when I think you're wrong. One to Orchard. Good goal. A good build-up from Waybacks. They worked the ball a lot better that time. And that's when they seem to do well to me, when they build up and work the ball around a bit better.
11-12, 78 plays, 8-8-56 on the Woolies scoreboard. And just quickly, that final AFL score, Clayton. Okay, there's the bounce. The tap out is won by Wills. Comes to ground level. Goodwin tries to get a kick away. It's off hands again. Spencer's in there. Little kick out of the congestion by Mick Hegarty. They go with hands. Hewitson tries to get front position. Does well. Kicks it towards the boundary line. Bobby Shane Dudley leading in the race for the ball. Ducks the head. Feeds the handball inboard. Another look away handball. Whistle on play though. And a high tackle is the decision. And there was one let go there. And yeah. Which was the fortunate thing. Bilney's going to get the kick. No, he's not. He's going to handball it backwards to Bobby Shane Dudley. Dudley up towards half forward, high over the back. Anthony Smith's given away the free kick for getting in his opponent's back. And taking it will be Richardson.
Well done, Tony. Got him right.
Rob Richardson. Oh, here's the kick. It's coming close to me, which is dangerous. In front and taking the mark there is Dorr. Matthew Dorr, there's the kick inboard. He's got numbers. Oh, player taken high. Will take the free kick, and that is Goodwin.
Yeah, definitely right decision. Crowd's arguing about it a bit. But
there's the quick kick from Goodwin up towards Clark. He's muscled out of that. Willis, one-handed. Nelly did it. And Clark through there. Gets a snap up towards the forward zone. Nobody home, though. And taking the mark in the last line of defence is Leonard Wells. He goes out wide. Here's a go for Kim Wills, who's been fantastic. Takes the mark. He's got no one to kick it to. Just waits for the player to drop in the hole, and that was Michael Burgoyne. Burgoyne on with it quickly now. He's looking up here for his teammate in Eddie Betts. He couldn't take the mark. He comes back towards half back. Wills is caught and should go for incorrect disposal and does.
Now it's a free kick here for Goodwin. He plays onto the left foot quickly. Has a look for the short pass over the top of Scotty Clark's head. Byron Burgoyne takes an easy mark. Looks out wide now for Leonard Wells. Short, can't quite get there. Roger Johncock, clever again. Uses his handballs and skills. Gets clear now. Looking for, and we'll find, I'd say, Couthard. Yes, takes an easy mark. In front of Adam McAvoy now. On half back. Looking into the centre. Not a very good kick there. That should go. Play on, cause the umpire. I thought it should have been a free kick there. Campbell's out. Dudley gets rid of the ball. Brett Hegarty, bad bounce. On to Anthony Smith. Gets his foot to the ball. Oh, Mallee Park got the numbers here. Kingsley Bilney running onto the ball. Plenty of time. Handballs beautifully into Bobby Shane. And Bobby Shane pops it straight through the middle. And that was, again, another good build-up there for Mallee Park. You'd see once she got the half forward, they had the numbers. And they were never going to make the mistake there. It was far too easy for them.
And that is his second goal this quarter, Bobby Shane Dudley. And Darryl Dudley's got two as well. So it's the Dudley show at Centenary Oval as Mallee Park go further in front. They lead at 12-12, 84 to 88, 56 on the Woolly scoreboard.
And I'm not too sure that Giacomo's real fit. He doesn't seem to be leading, or he's just standing in that goal square. And that leg might be a bit worse than what we think. But anyway, the umpire bounces at the centre now. Favours McAvoy and Wills. He punches the ball into Hegarty. Hegarty gets the handball to Goodwin. Goodwin's under pressure, gives it back to Hegarty. Says, I don't want it, it's too hot. Hegarty looks over and looks for McAvoy. Oh, yes, he took the mark in the end. But it was a bit undecided there who was going to mark it, Dora or McAvoy. McAvoy now, 50 yards out. Oh, there's the siren. He's obviously going to have a shot.
Well, he's got to, doesn't he?
Well, the only way you're going to kick this lad is to get a big talk going. So he's back now.
He looks like he's going the drop punt, is he?
Yeah, I don't think he'll make it with the drop punt. Comes in now, 60 out. He's gone the drop punt. Not a bad effort, but never going to score at that point. So it's three-quarter time here at Centenary Oval. On the Woolly scoreboard, we have Mallee Park 12-12, 84. Lead Waybacks 8-8, 56. It was a pretty even quarter. But Mallee Park outscored Waybacks by a goal, kicking into the breeze. So I think Waybacks are going to be really pushing it uphill from here, Tony.
Absolutely. Goal scorers to three-quarter time. For Mallee Park, firstly, we have 3 to Robert Giacomara and 3 to Darryl Dudley. 2 goals to Bobby Shane Dudley, both in that quarter, and then singles to Michael Burgoyne, Lincoln Dudley, Trevor Johncock and Anthony Smith. For Waybacks, 3 goals to Scott Clark, and then singles to Justin Hewitson, Stephen Orchard, Adam McAvoy, Matthew Spencer and Matthew Dorr. We'll take a short break and back with a three-quarter time summary in just a moment.
He was good in that quarter, not much.
No. Dropped out a bit. He's been okay.
Who's that?
Hewitson, I reckon he's played a pretty good game.
Michael Bergman came into that for us.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying before. He came into that quarter.
Hang on. They'll lose their whole score.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, they've stopped counting now, so I hope they're right. But
there goes the start of the quarter, so I'm not sure. I haven't got a clue. They obviously lost someone on the bench or something. I don't know. Anyway, the ball bounced in the centre. Favours Wills. Wills gets it on to Betts. Betts handles over the top to Michael Burgoyne. Michael Burgoyne over the top to Anthony Smith. He goes long, looking for Jackamara, but he's definitely not fit there, Tony.
No.
You can see the way he didn't even try to attempt to run for that ball.
I think they're right. I just did a count myself, and I can only count 18 out there.
Well, that's probably just enough. And the ball out in the forward pocket there, but Jackamara looks very proppy to me. The ball's thrown in now in the forward pocket. Johncock and Spencer go. Johncock grabs the ball out onto Anthony Smith. Looking for Jackamara. Hopkins meets it well. Handballs onto Porter. And it's going to be a bit easier for Hopkins with Jackamara on one leg. Kicks across there. But,
stood and watched.
Couthard takes the ball off him. Looking up in forward now for Jackamara. Works his way to the front. Should have I said anything there? It's Jackamara.
That was a great mark, wasn't it? He did that one-handed. That was just pure class. And I mean, as you've said, he's on one leg. That was just a fantastic mark.
Terrible play from Porter. Why did he go across he had the play out here. Could have run away.
Yeah, I don't think it was him so much. I think it was the other two blokes. He kicked it out there and they stood and watched.
Yeah, Jackamara lines up now and puts it straight through the middle. And that's for his 4th goal for the day. So Mallee Park move on to 13 goal 12. Lead Waybacks 8 goals 8 on the Woolies scoreboard.
And I just thought Porter, he looked up, used his vision, looked out on this broadcast side, couldn't see a teammate, saw a 2-on-1 contest on the outer side, kicked to it, and the two players he kicked to really just stood back a little bit, and the Mallee Park player was able to run through and bomb the ball up forward. Ball back to the centre now, though. Spencer in ruck. Opposed to Wills, who's done a terrific job, and he's won that tap actually, but shark by Chris Cash up towards half forward. McAvoy slips over and Jonathan Warrior gets the easiest mark he'll get all day.
Played well again, hasn't he?
Oh, he has played a very good game. And he comes now. High kick using the breeze. Johncock at the back, can't take the mark. Well trapped by Goodwin. His kick is smothered, however. McAvoy's in there. Handball comes out. Players can't control it. Eventually bursting out of the pack is Eddie Betts around his body. Finds Couthard. Couthard, high kick up forward. Here we go. Jackamara can't take it. Comes off hands. Running hard to pick it up there is Angelo Burgoyne. Boundary line is too close.
Get that out, Tony.
Well, putting the words Burgoyne and boundary next to each other was probably a bit of a mistake. We'll have a throw in, and there it is. Johncock works his body to the front, can't take it away. Hegarty's in there, he can't get it. Strong tackling, and we'll have a bounce some 20 metres out from the Mallee Park goal. They lead it 13-12-90 to 8-8-56 on the Woolies scoreboard. There's the bounce. And Porter plucks it out of the air. He goes out wide. He wants Hewitson out here. Oh, he had to run, but gee, Couthard did well there.
He's a great player.
Vivian Couthard. Too far out to score, I think. Well, now he's not as he runs inside 50. Kick into the goal square. Players set themselves. Comes to Porter again, and Porter just chips it inboard. Orchard couldn't trap it. He's bumped off the football. Trying to burst his way through there was Miller. Comes off now to Johncock, snap on goal. That looks pretty good. Just missing to the right and through for one behind. 13-13-91 plays 8-8-56 on the Woolies scoreboard.
Hopkins to bring the ball back in now for Waybacks. They've got to get some run going if they're going to have any chance. They need the next couple of goals. Hopkins goes out wide. Looking out there for Spencer again. He's played a great game. Wills attacks him hard. The ball goes out of bounds, but no, it's called touched. And the throwing will be across in front of the Toyota sign. Now the ball being thrown in, the players there. Spencer to go with Wills as they have all day. Just over that, Burgoyne picks up beautifully, gets onto the left foot, looking for Jackamara. Out in front, bounces towards Porter, takes the ball well. The handball is onto Cash. No, the bounce favours Bobby Shane Dudley. Kicks the ball up, looking for Jackamara. Has got to sit here, but Hopkins does well and gets in front. Played it very well. Handball's onto Hegarty. Hegarty clear now, has a look. Looking down the ground, looking up here for Adam McAvoy, right in front of us here. McAvoy flies and takes a good mark. McAvoy gets up quickly, looks for the short one over here for Tony Swan. Oh, he's dropped the mark and rolls out of bounds. one of those days for Tony Swan. Uncle gives him a pat on the back and says, you'll get it next time. The ball comes in here. Warrior and Spencer. Spencer grabs it on the catch. He's tackled, but he gets his kick away. High, Swan in front. Can he make amends here? No. Hutchison spores over the back. And Bex pushes the ball out on the right half forward flank for Waybacks. With the score on the Woolly scoreboard, Mallee Park 13-13, 91, Waybacks 8-8, 56. The ball to be thrown in now by the umpire. Spencer and Warrior at it this time. Spencer reads the ball, takes it out. Warrior smothers his handball. Angelo Burgoyne out to Michael Burgoyne. Great handball by Warrior. Kicks long. Porter reads the ball. Plays on quickly, takes the mark on his chest. Ordinary kick out to Brett Hegarty. And Angelo Burgoyne dodges, turns, kicks the ball out. Jack Amara is leading in the race to the ball. Bounces away from him. He's showing a bit of toe now. Gets the ball back in. Nice handball in there for Wills. Wills onto Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith turns. Handballs into Kingsley Bilney under a bit of pressure. Gets one high. And he'll take a kick about 20 yards out straight in front. The player comes in and remonstrates, but Kingsley Bilney not worried about that, Tony. He says, I've got the ball and I'm going to kick another goal and put a nail in the coffin. And he'll line up from 20 yards out now. Runs in. Looks pretty good off the boot to me. Straight through the middle. And it's another one to Mallee Park. Takes them to 14 goal 13, 97. Lead Waybacks 8 goal 8, 56 I think it is.
8-8, 56 is right on the Woolies scoreboard. And how are things looking over in the west, big fella? Beauty. Oh, that's good. 1-6. Hope they keep kicking bad all day, yeah. Ball back to the centre. I'd like to see Melbourne win that. There's the bounce. It's the tap out is won by Spencer but Shark. Comes out to Angelo Burgoyne. You know who I mean, Angelo. Well done. A kick up towards half forward looking for John Cock. He and McAvoy having a ding-dong battle. Comes at the back of the pack. Porter again clears it, but straight back towards... good. Mundy's taken the mark. Mundy feeds it off quickly, gets it on to Byron Burgoyne. Byron Burgoyne up towards... it's cleared the pack. Here's a go for Jack Amara. Will he try and kick it off the ground? No, it's kicked off the ground brilliantly by Anthony Smith. Picks up his own kick and slams it through. You didn't have to prompt me because you had a mouthful of biscuit. I knew you were in trouble there.
Yeah, it was well done by Mallee Park. Again, Mundy took a good mark into the centre, got it straight on the Burgoyne.
It's not easy to say, is it?
The ball cleared the pack. Anthony Smith socketed it to himself and just ran into the open goal. The game's all over here at Centenary with Mallee Park careering away now. 15-13, 103. Lead Waybacks 8-8, 56. And Waybacks, I know they're not going to give this game away yet, but it's going to look pretty hard from here, I think, Tony.
Absolutely, and just waiting for the final boundary umpire to get himself into position. They nearly left themselves with 3 in the square for a second there. Waybacks, as Richardson was heading towards the boundary line. Here's the bounce. Favours Spencer again. Plucks it out of the air. Feeds it back to Cash. Cash, long handball to Goodwin. Goodwin, another one on to Goodwin. No, I'm not stuttering. There's the kick from Andrew Goodwin looking for Scott Clark. The sun, I reckon, affected him there. Hutchison picks up the loose ball. Handball to no one in particular. Comes back to Andrew Goodwin. Dodges around Hutchison, which was a good thing because he might have lost his head. Kick up towards the goal square again. Nobody home. And dropping back to take the mark is Leonard Wells. Gets it onto the boot quickly. Here's a go if they can keep it in, and they can. Oh, no, they can't. As Couthard, one of the more skilled players out there, makes just a slight error, and the boundary line was too close for him to do that. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Goodwood had 2 players clear there and he banged into the goal where there was nobody.
Here's the boundary throw in. Spencer does the roving, gets the ball onto his left boot, trying to hook it around the body. In front is Jonathan Warrior, and this guy is... that was a throw, yes. Geez, classy though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just seems to have amazing ball control skills. Well, Goodwin now. Andrew Goodwin will have a kick. Willis makes the lead for him. He ignores it. Scott Clark, a bit of a half-hearted one. He ignores that. I think he's too far out to score. He's gone the big torpedo. In the goal square was Dorr. Couldn't take it. Here's a go for McAvoy. Great smother, Roger Johncock.
It was.
Oh, great smother, Roger Johncock. Anyway, through for another behind. 8-9, 57. Plays 15-13, 103 on the Woolies scoreboard. Hutchison to kick in. Great play. Angelo Burgoyne made wonderful position for him then. Now he picks up the footy and off he goes. Burgoyne. Here's the kick. looking for Eddie Betts. Betts picks it up, takes on one, and just goes straight past them. The kick to Jackamara in front, and, well, I reckon he's a bit lucky there, because I reckon the Waybacks defender had the first purchase on the ball.
Still a mark. You're in front there. You've got your hands out. It's got to be a mark.
I just thought that Hopkins had the first touch on the footy there.
Not too many umpires going to take those away from the players.
Oh, no. Robert Jackamara lining up for number 5. There's the kick, and
that's what you call gun barrel straight, isn't it?
That is dead set in the middle of both of those big posts. That's what you have to do to get the 6-pointer on the board, and that's exactly what he did. 16-13 plays 8-9 on the Woolies scoreboard, and, well, he's certainly on one leg, but he still kicks 6 goals, Ian.
Yeah, it's amazing how it's 2 this quarter, I think, isn't it? Yeah. He's just an amazing job. So, if he was fit, I'm sure he'd be even more. But Hopkins is still working hard down there. Umpire Blewett comes in to bounce the ball now in the centre of the ground. Williams is on too, by the look of it. He's in there in the ruck. I didn't see that change. The ball goes forward towards Mallee Park. Bilney picks up the ball. Hamill's on the Betts. He's been good as well. Gets the ball around his body, but not far enough. He's kicked it out on the full, on the far side there. And Cash will bring the ball in for Waybacks. Plays on now. Looking up there for Williams. Williams is in front. Oh, but Spencer, who's gone, looks like on the centre half forward, has taken the mark. Trying to do some moves now, a bit late. I think Spencer gets the ball on quickly. But this man, he's cool, isn't he? Roger Johncock, cool as a cucumber, takes the mark. Plays on now with a short pass to Betts. Orchard takes a good mark. Over the top of Eddie Betts. Orchard now looks out wide, and we'll find Mick Hegarty. Mick Hegarty probably in his last quarter of football. Gets onto the left foot and looks, then finds Hewitson. Hewitson plays on quickly, kicks into the man there. Well done by Angelo Burgoyne. Gets the ball out, follows it up, dives on the ball now. It's into the pack there. Betts dives in, and the umpire will have to bounce the ball there. They do all the little things, this Mallee Park team. They do the smothers, the run-ons, the blockings, the things that have to happen in football. Umpire now bounces the ball. Williams against, but the ball favours Miller. Miller taps it, but goes to Orchard. Orchard on his left foot and finds Hewitson, I say. Yes, definitely Hewitson there. Kicks the ball into the forward line now, looking for Clark. Oh, at the back, Willis, but he wasn't anywhere near the ball. Comes off hands. Waybacks onto Spencer on the left foot. And it looks like a goal to me. A good left foot snap from Spencer. And Waybacks, that's a much needed goal for Waybacks now. And Spencer, now he's been shifted to centre half forward, has carried on with his job that he's done in the ruck all day, Tony. He's giving some Waybacks a bit of fire up there, and he's kicked a good goal.
That's his second, and that is their first this quarter.
And the scoreboard reads Mallee Park 16-13, 109 to Waybacks 9-9 on the Woolies scoreboard.
And, well, I reckon Mallee Park have got it, but gee, Waybacks have not given up. They've just kept going all day. There's the bounce. Mark Williams wins the tap down. Orchard can't go away with it. Mick Hegarty slaps it down looking for Goodwin. Goodwin in front, but well done there. Eddie Betts just bursts around 1-2, dodges a tackle, feeds off a handball, puts Burgoyne under enormous pressure. Here's his kick now, finds Bobby Shane Dudley though. He goes on with a handball looking for Smith, has to pick it up himself, under pressure. Handball back over the top to Smith. You are in trouble. Just gets the footy onto the boot. It comes down now eventually to Brett Hegarty. Kicks it around his body, looking for Goodwin, is crunched. Comes down towards Mark Williams. Couldn't pick it up, which doesn't surprise me because he's been warming the bench all day. There's the kick up forward, finding you-know-who.
Jackamara!
Robert Jackamara has taken the mark. And he'll kick from about 6 metres.
These are the ones he likes. These are the harder ones on that acute angle that most of the time he kicks. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes on this one.
And he comes now, runs around again. Oh, that is unbelievable!
Well, if there wasn't anything to see today, that's got to cap it all off. On the mark, on an acute angle, ran around 1, ran around 2, showed him the ball, and then kicked it through for the goal of the day. There's no doubt in my mind that that's definitely the goal of the day.
The goal of the day, that's the goal of the year, isn't it? That is absolutely sensational from Robert Jackamara.
See, the things that you just don't think they're going to do, they'll do to you every time. Just impossible goal, and absolutely, you're just glad to witness things like that when you're watching footy. Umpire's got the ball back in the centre now. We've failed to give the score. We'll get that to you in a minute. The ball bounced in the centre. Spencer's back in the ruck. He must be, don't know where he's playing now. He's rucked that ball, but it come down to Mallee Park. The ball bounces in favour of Burgoyne. Burgoyne taps it on. Michael Burgoyne. Oh, that's a throw. Yes, and the umpire calls it that way, exactly. And the score of this Mallee Park now, 17-13, 1-1-5. Lead Waybacks 9-9-63 on the Woolly scoreboard. Porter takes the free kick, looking for Williams. Can't take the mark. Comes to ground. Over there, Johnston uses his pace, does it well. Handballs on to Mick Hegarty, getting a few touches in this last quarter of footy for himself. The ball goes across the Orchard. Oh, takes a good mark. Plays on. Gets onto the left foot. Looking for, no, he's missed there with Cash. Cash stays on his feet and does it well. Looking now into the goal squares. Wobbly kicked up there. Swan at the back, but Hutchison in front does it well. Coney Swan has not been in the game all day. Hutchison now clears the ball, kicks it out straight down the middle virtually. Mundy and Goodwin. Goodwin recovers, so does Mundy. Mundy does it well. Handballs the ball out towards Kingsley Bilney. Bad bounce there. McAvoy bursts through. Handballs on to Goodwin. Oh, he caught one high. And the umpire's seen that one there. And Goodwin will take the kick from about 45 out, I'd say, Tony. And probably be a little bit too far for him, I think. He's not a big lad.
I'm still trying to get over Jack Amara's goal. Sorry, Ian.
I'll continue with my
I cannot believe it.
Goodwin now taking his time, 40 out. I think he might, 45, I think he might be just a little bit too far to score, to kick this goal. He's lining up, going to give it a go anyway. Comes in, bangs away. Yes, he's going to fall short there in the square. Willis punches away, but gone through for a rush behind to take Waybacks on to 9-10. Leads Mallee Park 7-13 on the Woolly scoreboard. It looks like Jonathan Morrie will bring the ball back in now for Mallee Park. And the game seems to have lost a bit of its sting now, Tony.
Yeah, Tony Swan and Byron Burgoyne don't like one another. You'd think they would have introduced themselves to one another by now, but looks like they're having a go in the last quarter.
A bit pointless at this time when you're 8 goal down, I think. Anyway, the ball's kicked out there now, Mallee Park. Angelo Burgoyne, he's done well since he's come on, Angelo Burgoyne. He's picked up a lot of touches. He comes...
He had big shoes to fill too. Oh, the kick's a shocker. Yeah. It's gone in towards half forward. Andrew Goodwin traps it. Swings around onto the right boot, just bangs it away up forward. In front there, Scott Clark, unable to take it. Does well second effort, but he can't get it away. Eventually now, handball should have come from Swan to Clark, but he went the shot himself and has got it. And I tell you what, he would have been cursed if he'd have missed that one, because Scott Clark was standing in front of him and actually had to bend over so he could kick it over his head.
Yes, but he finished it off, and that's all you got to do. If you get the chance in those in the goal square, you make sure you don't miss. Which leaves the Woolly scoreboard now. Mallee Park 17-13, 1-1-5 in front of Waybacks, should I say, 10-10-70.
Ball back to the centre. Williams in the ruck. The bounce doesn't favour him. Comes out now towards picking it up is Goodwin. Oh, running the wrong way, trying to draw the players to give the handball off to Porter. Puts him under pressure, and Porter kicks it out on the full. I could see what he was trying to do, but there was just too many Mallee Park players in front to actually achieve his objective. Hutchison takes the kick. Looking up here for Johncock. Can't take the mark. Here's a go for Mundy. He tries to run onto the loose ball. Williams does well. Thought he got a little shove out there. Slapped out towards Darryl Dudley. His grubber kick up towards the forward zone. Here's a go again. Good pressure from Jack Amara, but the kick has come out towards half back and thumped out of bounds for a boundary throw in. And Hopkins, even though Jack Amara has kicked a lot of goals, Hopkins has never given up on his task and has thumped the ball away. And when you consider the amount of times the ball has gone into that Mallee Park forward line, he hasn't done such a bad job. Williams gets the tap down to Porter, who's done okay. He gets it off to Goodwin. Goodwin's kick was meant for Orchard, but he slipped at the critical moment. A 3-on-1 battle here. Orchard is under pressure. He's got the footy underneath him. He did well there to lock it in against 3 Mallee Park players, and the umpire comes in and says, we'll bounce. Another shocker. Straight into the arms this time of Eddie Betts. His kick is smothered. Comes out to Anthony Smith. Smith onto the right boot with a kick. High kick. Here's a go for Jack Amara. Clears everybody, actually. They ran underneath it. Hopkins was spoilt by his own man there. And here's a go. Bang. Onto the chest of Jack Amara. And Simon Wright will no doubt learn from that. But Hopkins had a free run at the ball and was spoilt by his own man.
Just lack of talk.
Yep. So Jack Amara now has a shot on his 8th goal. He'll be his 4th this quarter if he kicks it.
It's hard to believe, and Hopkins has done a pretty good job when he's lining up for number 8.
There's the kick. No mistake.
And that's fourth for the quarter. Again, it's just coming down in waves and numbers now. That any fullback's nightmare when the ball comes down as often as it is at the moment. And Daryl Dudley had all the time in the world just to pick Jackamara out very easily.
Particularly then too, because Hopkins had done all the hard work being spoilt by his own man. Exactly. And all of a sudden it left Robert Jackamara on his own in the square.
Ball back in the centre square now. The umpire about to bounce the ball. We're 20 minutes into this final quarter here. Umpire bounces. Williams to go at it. Taps the ball down straight into Hegarty. Hegarty gets the handball out to Orchard. Orchard tries to break the tackle and does. A terrible kick to Shane Dudley, taken on the chest. Handball's on to Hutchison. He's clear. Runs his full mirrage on his left foot. And the bounces away from Johnson. Hopkins comes out and attacks it strongly. Off the side of his boot, but waits it beautifully, just out of bounds.
And
cramp there.
Bobby Shane Dudley down with cramp.
But that round's fairly hard out there. Not a lot of rain anywhere at this stage. The ball's thrown in. The rucks go at it. Williams and Johncock. He gets it down. Cash takes it. Handball's on to Brett Hegarty. Brett Hegarty looking up forward for Willis. Runs onto it now. He's got the opportunity. Well, he was a bit lucky there, I think, Willis. He should have attacked the ball. But he's got the free kick. Looking now for Clark. And McAvoy takes it, but Byron Burgoyne takes the ball. Long handball to Warrior. Warrior out to Hutchison. Hutchison stops and dodges and gets around very easily. Has one bounce, loses the ball. Has time to get it back again. Very easily takes it, kicks it up high into the middle. Eddie Betts rather. Hegarty knocks it away from him. Smith dodges 1, 2, then goes long for the big one. Looking for Jackamara, and he's taken the mark. Strong as you like. Looking for number 9, Tony.
It is incredible. You just think about it, and he's done a pretty good job down there, Hopkins. But
I'm not going to say it anymore. Every time we say it, Jackamara kicks another goal.
This last quarter in particular, when they've been kicking with the wind, the ball has just been coming down there with monotonous regularity, and most of the time he's been one out as he comes in now, lining up for goal number 9. There's the kick. He doesn't regularly miss these, but he has.
Yep. So let off there. Jackamara, as we said, doesn't miss those very often. So that's a reprieve for young Mark Hopkins. And I'm sure he'll know he's played in a game today. As he brings the ball back in now, as Tony has a shiver from the wind howling up here, a bit cool in this commentary position. The ball goes out looking for, I'm not sure who, but it finds Orchard. Orchard gets the ball on to Goodwin, who I believe Goodwin's been pretty quiet today. He's one of the catalysts behind Waybacks, and he just hasn't been able to get into the game as he would like. Handballs to Orchard, puts him in trouble. He's good enough to get out of it. Handballs on to Simon Wright. Simon Wright has a fumble, which he shouldn't have. Now he dives on the ball. The umpire says, I'll have it. Very lucky not to be called.
I'll tell you what, too, Bobby Shane Dudley, if that's cramp, that's a very, 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 very bad cramp, because he's still down. And I'd be thinking about getting him off, but I don't know if they can. I don't know if they've got the interchange players.
The ball goes up. Mallee Park, get it out to Eddie Betts. He gets rid of the ball, and he's called holding the ball.
It's a bit tough. He gets up and says to the umpire, what about my head? I've got one of those, you know.
Hewitson to take the kick. Looking at centre half forward, looking for McAvoy, and he takes the mark. Campbell's on to Goodwin on his wrong foot, but looks out for Swan. Yes, he takes the mark 50 yards out. He's looking now for a player further afield. He's taking his time, and he's looked short now to Matthew Spencer, who's by far the best player for Waybacks in my opinion. He could play on here, but no, he's not going to. He's going to kick from about 45 out.
Bobby Shane Dudley's on one leg. He can't walk, and he's staying on the ground.
Anyway, Matthew Spencer lines up now. Looks pretty good off the boot to me. It's a lovely kick from Spencer. That's his third, his second for the quarter, and he's continued to battle his heart out for Waybacks out here. And on the Woo scoreboard, Waybacks move to 11 goals 10, but they trail Mallee Park by a long way, 18 goal 14.
And we'll find out what's happening over at the Wacker.
You need to keep warm.
Oh, blimey, 4-7 and 1 goal. That's terrible. Oh dear. Here's the bounce to restart proceedings. Favours Spencer, who's ruck roving. He thumps it down. Comes out backwards out of that pack to Eddie Betts. Long outlet handball to Angelo Burgoyne. Was scragged without the footy, and he'll take the free kick. Angelo Burgoyne wants to play on with it. He does now, looking for you-know-who. A two-out duel. Neither player can mark. Hopkins does well, but the handball's a shocker. It's come out towards Darryl Dudley. He can't pick it up. Players pressured, and ball forced out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Forward pocket for Mallee Park. They lead at 18-14 to 11-10 on the Woolies scoreboard, and that is the final score in the 1994 Grand Final. Mallee Park are premiers. 18-14, 122 to Waybacks 11-10-76. A superb performance from Mallee Park, but a really gutsy performance from Waybacks, who battled it out for all 4 quarters. Just running you through the goal scorers, we had 8 goals to Robert Jacamara, then 3 to Darryl Dudley, 2 to Bobby Shane Dudley and Anthony Smith, and singles to Michael Burgoyne, Lincoln Dudley, Trevor Johncock, and also Kingsley Bilney. For Waybacks, 3 goals apiece to Scott Clark and Matthew Spencer, and then singles to Justin Hewitson, Stephen Orchard, Adam McAvoy, Tony Swan and Matthew Dorr. And hopefully that all adds up. I think it does. 18-14, 122 to 11-10-76. A superb performance, not just today, but for the entire season from the Mallee Park Football Club. They really have been fantastic.
3 premierships.
Yeah, 3 premierships, and I was just looking down there because that's Lincoln Dudley on crutches by the look of it. And not the way he would have liked to have seen his premiership dream eventuate. He would no doubt have been loved to have been out there on the ground and really getting amongst the play, but he's been instrumental in their success all throughout the season. And really, when you consider it, they did it with 18 in the end, because I reckon they had 2 players on the bench who were both injured. And
did Jamie Miller come on at all, even at that stage? They had Jamie Miller was fit.
Yeah, no, Jamie Miller. I do apologise.
He didn't come on at all at any stage of the game when they had players, that weren't overly fit, which was a bit of a surprise.
But, well, Mark Williams hardly spent any time on the ground either. Yeah. A quarter, that was all he got. And about a minute and a half when young Hopkins had to come off. Yeah.
An elbow tape. But again, I thought Waybacks were pretty gallant in defeat. I think their lack of scoring, avenues again has been the telling factor. They kept Mallee Park down to 18 goals, which, to keep a Mallee Park side down under 20 is a big facet in itself. But they just couldn't get enough goals on the board up forward. They had players that were trying hard. Scott Clark started well. He did kick 3 goals, but they needed a multiple scorer that was going to kick somewhere between 5 and 8 goals. They couldn't find that player. Willis didn't kick a goal today. A young lad. He'll gain a lot from the experience of playing his first A-grade grand final. Still as a Colt. Played 2 games today though, Tony. Played in the senior Colts as well.
I don't know about good judgment in that, really. I think you either say one or the other to the young fella.
Well, again, I think he's captain of the Colts, and that's where it's a hard decision for the club and the player to make. But they made that decision. They've got a lot of young fellas out there. They've got young Paul Goodwin, who's still a senior Colt. Simon Wright's a young bloke. Brett Hegarty got a lot of football in front of him. So their future looks pretty bright. They've got some good young players coming up. And to Mick Hegarty, I congratulate him on his last game of football for Waybacks today. Again, he made sure he got quite a few kicks in that last quarter and showed that his contribution to Waybacks and football in general in this town has been fantastic. And you've got to admire the guy to play over 400 league games is an amazing record. To Mallee Park, of course, you can take nothing away from them. Premiers, undefeated all year, under enormous pressure to do that, to stay undefeated, but they just had too many good players all around the ground.
And perhaps just running through some of their better players throughout today, I thought Roger Johncock was superb in the back line. Darryl Dudley chipped in with 3 goals and was prominent. Also Trevor Johncock at centre-half forward. Angelo Burgoyne, when he came on, was a revelation. Absolutely brilliant.
And they lost nothing by losing Lincoln when Angelo came on, because he certainly was probably younger and fitter than Lincoln, not taking anything away. Lincoln's a great player, but I mean, Angelo just went out there and did the job brilliantly.
And also Vivian Couthard on his wing was excellent. Kim Wills in the first 3 quarters. Thought he faded a bit in the last quarter, but that's what you get for trying to jump over a bloke who's about 8 inches taller than you.
I still had to give him my vote as best because his first 3 quarters were exceptional. He was probably 4 or 5 inches shorter than the Wayback ruckman, and he just kept at it all day and did a great job.
Also, Bobby Shane Dudley kicked 2 goals and was very good. Eddie Betts
great game.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You can't catch him. He just seems to look like blokes are going to tackle him, and he just all of a sudden he's 5 or 10 yards clear.
And Jonathan Warrior in the back line. This guy's just fantastic. I just can't rave about this bloke enough.
Yes, he's very good. And of course you've got Jack Amara at full forward, finished with 8 goals.
8 goals.
So what more can you say? It's a complete team effort. For Waybacks, you've done so many times during the call because he was standing Jack Amara, but his effort was pretty good as well. He just didn't stop trying to spoil the ball away from Jack Amara all day. And that's about the best.
Well, I've put down Justin Hewitson.
Oh yes, he's up the top. Yeah, he did play well.
Yeah, Hewitson put in pretty well.
He came into the second half.
Yeah, I really give Shane Porter a bit of a rap across half back.
Yeah, sorry, he did do very well. Yes.
Some of his disposal at times was a little bit wayward, but he really put his body on the line quite a few times. And
Mick Hegarty, a bit in the last half again, he kept trying to lead from the front and trying to show the way to get the ball onto the next player.
But a superb performance all over from Mallee Park, not just today, but all throughout the season, and they really are worthy premiers. Running out winners 18-14, 122 to Waybacks 11-10-76. Been a great day here today. Hope you've enjoyed it, Beebs. Hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been great, and it's great to be able to put this over to the public live, and hopefully I didn't make too many blues.
I think you'd be right, mate. No one would know anyway.
Oh, they'll soon tell me during the week if I did.
All right, well, you know where he works, so if he did make some mistakes, just go and see him.
Thanks very much.
Mate, we'll catch you next Saturday morning when we wrap up the season.
No problems at all.
That wraps us up here at Centenary Oval. Thanks for your company, not just today, but throughout the entire finals feast as we brought you all the grand finals from right around the Eyre Peninsula. It's been an absolute pleasure. And don't forget to join us next Saturday morning when we wrap up the Port Lincoln football season, being joined, of course, by Leo Montgomery, Howard Coote, Steve Prouty, and Beebe and myself. And it has been a wonderful season. We'll tell you some of the highs and the lows, and I don't think any higher than Robert Jackamara's goal in the last quarter here. We'll talk about that one next week, probably for 5 minutes. It only took about a fifth of a second to execute. We can probably talk about it for 5 minutes, though. Thanks for your company today. We'll catch you next Saturday morning. What a goal.
The best days out,
Who wins this?
and we're one of
No, don't make me presses in it, move, you idiot. Oh, who's going to do it? Oh, Jenny's going to present it.
Jenny, come on. Jenny, woman having a husband and a son playing in the grand final. Well done. We like you to the best player in the grand final tonight. Let's try for football league. Went for a player, Jonathan Warrior.
That's not too bad.
Shit, that Wills or whatever his name is, some pretty bloody stiff. Christ.
Those plans, right?
I swore a few times that's probably still on, isn't it?
play it safe, maybe next year you'll through the table. But congratulations to my boys that played well. I want to thank them for all the hard work they put in this year. What they're now done there, still getting mates. We've had a good year and great work at Capital this week at State Abington. So on that, I'll just all my players. First of all, number 1, Warren Silver. Number 2, Roger Johnson. Number 3, Michael Burgoyne. Number 4, Darryl Downey. Number 5, Mr. Mallee. Number 9, James Miller. Number 74. Number 30, Leonard Wells. Number 15, Ian Coulter. Number 16, Tim Wills. Number 17, Ben Mallee. Number 18, Anthony Smith. Number 19, Darryl Miller. Number 20, Bobby Jones Davis. Number 21, Jeff Yates. Number 22, Johnny Hurst. Number 23, Jonathan Warrior. Number 24, Steve Johnny. Number 25, Melvin Robert Jackamar. That is his birthday today.
Ah.
Yeah. That's his first ever winning grand final.
Oh, that's good.
Right, Denise Pompey. Denise. And his trainer. Long Beacon, Carolina.
What is that with this?
Oh, that's got to go all the way back over there. Undo that from down the bottom. We've got to unplug it from down the bottom.
It winds up.
I forgot one of my players. Angelo Burgoyne. Kevin Reed has got here. You're the one. That's it. I just want to say thanks to everyone for turning up today. It's been a great crowd. And I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thank you very much. you might do that to put it away. What about that limit,
Unplug that one, mate.